What up, what up, what up? It's your boy ThePowerXLofficial, and we're back again with another episode. We're gonna really look in and lock in on some really crazy shit going on right now. Apparently, we got some shit that changes everything. We got a little bit more details.
Implicated in the Epstein files.
Yeah, he's already took the words out of my mouth. Presidential Epstein files. Let's go.
Previously thought. This is according to a Wall Street Journal article.
I've been seeing stuff about this constantly how Trump is involved, unfortunately, but that's the case. I'm not picking sides. I'm put them all in jail.
The Epstein files.
You're involved in this.
Oh, that's old news. We knew he was in the flight logs. We knew he was in these phone records.
Knew that.
But that's not what we're talking about. Those were already public. Jeffrey's black book, that was already out there. This is a new review of documents that we're talking about. We're going to go through all of it.
Oh,
and we're going to start with Trump actually being asked directly if he was told by his attorney general whether he was mentioned in the Epstein files. And he says, no.
Did she tell you at all that your name appeared in the
No,
files?
she's given us just a very quick briefing.
So there we have Trump denying being told that his name was in the Epstein files. But a lot of people were wondering, well, then why are you acting so weird with these files?
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
It's pretty boring.
Exactly.
He is acting weird, bro. Like, if he's not guilty, he's sure doing a good job acting like he's guilty. He's doing a great job acting like he's guilty.
Yeah, if his job was to be guilty, he'd have it.
Where Trump actually hints to the fact that he was in fact told that he was in the
Somebody
Epstein
needs
files,
that.
and it was all fake stuff.
They've been running these files.
Someone's running on free Windows. I love it.
And so much of the things that we found was fake with me.
Now, that file review is going to be separate from what we talked about with the flight logs, the black book, things like that. According to the Wall Street Journal, when the Justice Department officials reviewed what Attorney General Pam Bondi called a truckload of documents...
Coffee's extremely biased against Trump. Take whatever he says with a grain of salt. I mean, I don't know whether he is or not. I mean, I just think talking... Like, in my opinion... It's not about Trump. Like, it's a lot bigger than Trump. Trump is just like, it's just one person. Like, this is, it's an ongoing,
I want to know.
This is it is an indicator of a commutation of justice and like a lack of justice.
Exactly.
That's really the problem. That's really the issue. Trump is like one part of that. It's not the main thing.
Exactly.
Related to Epstein earlier this year, they discovered that Donald Trump's name appeared multiple times, according to senior administration officials. So,
what about the other
remember
people's names
phase
that
one,
haven't
right?
been named?
Phase one was a big scandal because Pam Bondi released these files, but it turned out that these files were an incomplete list of mostly already released stuff. So what did she actually release? Well, she released the flight log and she released the contact book. Then what happened? Well, Pam Bondi, super embarrassed, reached out to Kash Patel and said, hey, I need a bunch of new files. This is not enough. Give us more. She went on Fox News, started talking about, oh, I've got this truckload of documents that is separate from the flight log, from the black book, that we're going to review and release to the American public.
Looking at these documents going, these aren't all the Epstein files. You know, there were flight logs, there were names and victims' names, and we're going, where's the rest of the stuff? So based on that, I gave them the deadline, Friday at 8, a truckload of evidence arrived.
Will everything else be made public?
It's always about protecting the victim, but you know what? We believe in transparency, and America has the right to know.
So there we clearly see there were...
Total bullshit.
Yeah.
Total bullshit.
Two separate reviews that happened. First, there's the disclosure in phase one of kind of the stuff everyone knew. And then Pam Bondi goes, oh, we got a truckload of new documents. We're going to review those and release those. And that's the review that flagged a bunch of times that Donald Trump's name appeared in here. And that's when they changed their story. Why is this a big deal? Previously, the appearance in the flight logs and the black book were the only appearances we really had of the president. There
were a lot of people that were in the flight logs that probably weren't implicated in any bad behavior. Like, I don't even understand why this is even being discussed. Like, Jeffrey Epstein was like a massive socialite. He interacted with everybody. It's not like just because he interacted with somebody means that they went to his island to fuck kids. It's like it's such a red herring. I don't even understand why it's being discussed. How is it that you have 10,000 hours of footage, but you're not able to identify anybody in that footage?
Nothing else related to Trump.
I want to see the footage.
It's also notable because Senator Dick Durbin said that the FBI was explicitly instructed to flag Trump's name if it came up in the files.
Attorney General's pressure on FBI to quickly review and produce more Epstein documents as promised. These officials were told to, quote, flag any records in which President Trump was mentioned.
Right. They had a new review where thousands of FBI agents combed through these things, flagging the president's name anywhere it appeared in this truckload of new documents.
It's like, you know, for a fucking fact. And here's what's so weird to me about this is that, like, Epstein died in 2019. That means that Trump had over a year to, like, get rid of any of this stuff. So by the time that Biden took office in 2021, anything that was super incriminating could have been already removed. He died? I mean, I think he died. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. Whether he killed himself or somebody killed him, I'm pretty sure he's dead, right? I mean, do people think he's alive now?
And that is what we're talking about here. These are new revelations, new pieces of evidence about.
What do you mean? We haven't seen any body, no autopsy, no, like, actual definitive proof. Like, here's the thing. We haven't even seen his body in the jail cell dead to match it ourselves.
About our president's possible involvement with
We
Jeffrey
don't even
Epstein,
access.
of course. What are these files? That's what we all want to know, right? Unfortunately, it's being heavily covered up and heavily blocked. Obviously, one answer is the Wall Street Journal's prior reporting on this letter that Trump supposedly, allegedly wrote to Epstein, which talks about a secret that they both share. It's worth noting that the president said he was going to and then did sue the Wall Street Journal over this. He's seeking $10 billion about this. But
I don't know. Like, I didn't really cover that. It's hard to say. I mean,
Here's what happened. They're saying it's real, and Trump's saying it's fake, and he's suing them basically for slander. Here's the thing. What if it's real? But there's no way to actually prove it's real. That's the thing.
He's automatically coming out guns blazing, suing them. Like, I probably assume the letter's bullshit, but I mean, I guess we're going to have to find out.
I think the letter's fucking real.
The most interesting thing about the case is that the Wall Street Journal, its original claim was that this birthday book letter was all in the DOJ's possession earlier.
Yeah, somebody says Trump's name appeared, has no meaning beyond optics. We don't know squat. It's just red meat for the rabble. I think you're totally right. I think that they're intentionally leaving it to be opaque and abstract on purpose in order to bait people into coming to the conclusion that his name appearing in the Epstein files implies guilt. I think that's very clearly what they're doing.
Well, he's acting very guilty.
Clever. It's not.
That's the problem.
It's just, it's basic, like, surface level manipulation. But I think it works with most people.
It would have been part of this truckload of new evidence unless it was destroyed. And so one of the best ways to disprove or prove the existence.
All he had to say, here's the thing. All he had to say is be like, yeah, it was a letter to him. There was a secret between us. And you want to know, it was race cars. It was this, it was that. You know, something stupid, like,
of this thing would just be opening up the Epstein files, which is part of the reason it's so sketchy that they're not doing it. If you're saying that this reporting is false, if you're saying that this birthday book did not exist, then why not just release the files where this birthday letter was supposedly contained? In fact, in this story, we actually have breaking news. Epstein's victim's lawyer now says that the estate of Epstein are actually in possession of this birthday book containing Trump's letter and would be willing to turn it over to authorities. So we'll have to see where that goes.
Possession of that birthday book.
The executors of the estate are in possession of that book.
So already, if true, not only is that a
Oh, wait a minute. That's two separate things. he said they're in possession of the book. Does that mean the letter is in the book? This is the kind of language. See, this is the kind of shit that people get away with because nobody knows English anymore. Every single time they use these words, and these people are not stupid, but they think that you're stupid, and that's why they talk like this.
Exactly. They try and bait us.
Lawsuit, it also proves that there's new mentions of our president in the Epstein files, which are now being covered up. Another big part of this cover-up story has been our government literally shutting down early to avoid a vote.
Shut it down.
On the release of the Epstein files. This is because there were a bunch of representatives ready to vote actually in a bipartisan way on the release of the Epstein files. And a lot of Republicans...
Which, by the way, one of the guys, Ro Khanna, I think that's his name, who was like trying to tack on the Epstein release onto some bullshit crypto bill. I criticized that pretty heavily, but then afterwards he came up with his own separate legislation that was supported by also, I think, Thomas Massie as well, and to have it released as an independent line item, and I totally support that. I think that I don't like the tacking on bullshit to a bill in order to try to score political points, in order to like, oh, well, there's this massive defense bill spending, but there's also cancer kid research, so if you decline it, then you hate kids with cancer. Like, that's obviously manipulation, and it shouldn't work that way. But at the same time, bullshit. I do think all of the information should be released. In my opinion, I think release everything. Release everything. Yes. And the only reason why I think that they shouldn't is if they have genuine 100% certainty that it was altered or something was inaccurate and made to be inaccurate.
Splintered off from the party line of not releasing it, backing the president. Speaker Mike...
I mean, again, like Biden withheld it for 4 years. Trump withheld it for 1 year whenever he was the president the first time. Like, this isn't like
3 years.
This is a partisan issue because Trump made it a partisan issue by running on it and talking about it a lot, and then putting people in his cabinet that were adamant about releasing it, like Kash Patel. And also even J.D. Vance said to release it, his vice president, on Theo Von's podcast. So, like, it's not a partisan issue, but Trump has made it a partisan issue.
Johnson, because he was fearing this, announced he was cutting short the week's legislative business and sending the House home early for the summer to avoid having to hold votes on releasing the files. I can't think of something more sick than stonewalling the release of files related to a trafficker to try to protect the people implicated in it. I can't think of something more disgusting, except for the hypocrisy that it...
Bro, here's the thing. What the fuck? He could just pardon everybody in the files if it really was like, do you even understand?
Also represents because previously the same guy went on Benny Johnson's show, a conservative commentator, and said he was totally open to releasing the files and would vote on it.
Subpoenaing the
there's gotta be something deeper than this, because if he's involved and he can just pardon himself, no one would like him. He's at the end of his run. He's got everything he needs. Like, what the fuck? He has nothing to lose. I don't get it. There has to be something else bigger to this. It has to be. We're missing the DOJ.
Whether you would support,
they need this
for transparency.
I think they need this to happen. They thrive on this. They can't have this end, and they're still dependent on this system. And I think they're still running the island. This is my conclusion after hearing all this. Because if Trump was, you know, purist and clean of doing all that, he would be fine with releasing it. Or even if he did partake in it and want to redact himself or even pardon himself from it, he could. But why is he not? Because he's probably still involved in it to this day.
See, we're intellectually...
And you know his wife doesn't really talk to him very much. Makes sense.
Consistent in this. We look, Reagan used to tell us we should trust the American people. I believe in that principle. I know President Trump does as well.
I don't.
We should put everything out there and let the people decide it.
Right. We should trust the American people, until it's time to release it and actually vote on it.
Yes.
And then you shut everything down early to avoid it.
Convenient.
Now, later, Mike Johnson came out and said he doesn't want to be lectured on transparency by the Democrats who didn't release the files when they were in power. And you see a similar line coming from the White House.
Which is true. I think that they have ground to stand on with that. But the Democrats didn't run their campaign on Bill Clinton is a pedophile and he's being protected by the government. That's the reason why it's different.
About this.
Democrats have now seized on this as if they ever wanted transparency when it comes to Jeffrey Epstein, which is an suggestion for any Democrat to make.
Why are you pissed off? Because you're getting called out.
Now, to this, I just have to say, yeah, they're scoring political points now, saying release the files, just like you guys scored political points when you were the party that wasn't in power.
Exactly.
We need to release the Epstein list. That is an important thing.
But the people who actually care about this issue, we just want the files out. So you know a way.
This is what's so weird about it is that, like, I don't care about whether it's Democrats or Republicans that are implicated at all. I just want the files released, and I want the people that are in the files to be investigated. And I agree with whoever the fuck that guy, I think it was Tim Burchett, one of the congressmen here. He said we should hang him. I like that. That sounds like a really good idea.
Yeah.
An easy way you can prevent having the other side score political points by saying, hey, release the files.
Televise
you
it?
can actually do it. Instead, we have a bunch of performative stuff like this from AG Pam Bondi and the president, where right after the reporting on the birthday letter about Trump and Epstein's supposed secret, all of a sudden, like a snap, Pam Bondi comes out and goes, oh, we gotta...
Here's why, by the way, here's one of the reasons why I think it's kind of bullshit about the birthday letter, is that it wasn't a fucking secret. It wasn't a secret at all. It was fucking obvious that Jeffrey Epstein was getting it on with young girls. Trump just said it. So how the fuck is this a secret that they're whispering about whenever he's saying it in interviews?
We gotta unseal the grand jury.
Because when he was saying it in the interviews, no one knew about it. How about that? It was safe ground to laugh and gag and have a good time about because no one had any idea. But then once people caught wind, you had to be quiet. And he tried to sweep it under the rug.
Transcripts, despite knowing
this is what we're getting, the rug sweep.
Happening. And of course, today we find out that it was denied because they had literally no grounds to do it. It's like not something courts do for a public interest. In fact, the irony of that whole stunt to pretend to be transparent was that the Epstein survivors, which supposedly these people care about so much, were not told, they were not informed that this grand jury information was going to be unsealed. So ironically, despite saying that they want to protect the survivors of Epstein, what they really want to protect are the third parties implicated in all of this, which is why they won't release.
They want to protect their own interests.
The Epstein files they could release right now,
100%.
which is all in their possession, these thousands of documents that they have. In fact, the attempts to distract from the real issue of the Epstein files not being released, the cover-up that's clearly happening, it's actually been breathtaking. In fact, it compelled Trump to release 230,000 pages of documents on MLK's assassination, which I guess is fine.
That's good, but like, what about the whole fucking, like, an island, right? I mean, like, that's good. And hey, by the way, again, I said complaining about this and malding works, right? We've been malding. It's been working. Keep malding.
Bro, I'm not even close to molding yet.
Yeah, you're going to have to cross-reference them and verify their authenticity. Yeah, of course.
The conspiracy now? Why are all the conspiracies...
But the best part is, the more bullshit they put out, the better that we can cross-reference it and know that it's fake. It's just more grounds to know that they're lying and then push even harder. That's all this is. This ain't gonna ever end. Dude, you could kill 3 more Hulk Hogans and it's not gonna change a fucking thing. I swear to you. You got the gun at me, brother.
Reveal decades later when we can't hold anyone accountable, but at the time the conspiracies may be happening.
You just answered your question.
all of a sudden it's, oh, well, no, we can't possibly do that. Now, there's another performative thing you should be aware of, and that's the meeting with Ghislaine Maxwell that's supposedly going to happen.
This happened today. We're going to talk about that after this.
Now says they're going to actually talk to Ghislaine directly. Quote, I have communicated with the counsel for Ms. Maxwell to determine whether she would be willing to speak with prosecutors from the department. This is confirmed by Maxwell's attorney, who says, I can confirm we are in discussions with the government and that Ghislaine will always testify truthfully. We are grateful to President Trump for his commitment to uncovering the truth in this case. Why is this deeply concerning? Because the idea had been floated that there would be a public testimony to Congress under oath by Maxwell. But this is not that. This is a private meeting with the same people who have been sweeping this issue under the rug the entire time.
Bro.
And what is Ghislaine really focusing on? What is she actually trying to get? She's trying to get immunity. We already know she's trying to get the president's attention and say, hey, you guys kind of screwed me. You wouldn't want to be seen as, you know, not being a man of your word. We've seen those like vaguely threatening public statements.
She should get immunity, even though she's involved. If she's gonna put everybody else involved under the fucking bus, she should get some kind of immunity because she's already served time. She is involved, but at least we can put a stop to this. Because she is not the main gunner that we want to go for. We want to go for the head. She's just a toe.
By
That's
Maxwell.
the problem.
So what exactly are they going to get out of this? She's totally incentivized to clear everyone from this administration rather than get the truth out. Now I should...
True.
He brings
That's
up
a good
great
point. That's amazing
and
good point.
Logically, there's no way that I can say that isn't true. Especially if it's only being done by one party. I think he's right about this.
And it's private.
That's true.
And you're going to do it all privately.
So we actually have inside information on this because recently a bunch of world leaders have been meeting with not journalists, but get this, podcasters to talk about the world affairs of the day.
Yeah.
Podcaster Tim Dillon talks about his dinner with what turns out to later be J.D. Vance and some other people where they discussed the affairs of Epstein and stuff like that. And he floats the idea of Maxwell testifying.
Ghislaine must speak. She should testify before Congress.
Yeah.
A couple of the people at the dinner, again, it was a small dinner, 3 or 4 people.
As I said, my dream scenario. Trump makes mandatory attendance every member of the Senate and Congress. He has her testify in front of all of them. And before she starts, he locks the doors. And as she reads out the names, the police come in and they escort every person out of the room as she reads their names. Totally like Saddam Hussein style.
I would love that.
The Saddam strat. That's right. That would be fucking insane. And hey, that would be crazy content, right? Insane
I would love
content.
that.
They said that is not on the table at the moment, but it's not impossible. Nobody's super jazzed about it.
So the administration appears to have told Tim Dillon in a private meeting that, yeah, we really don't love the idea of her testifying. But apparently they love the idea of meeting her privately to talk to her behind closed doors where we can't know what is said. Speaking to the only person who's ever been punished at all for Epstein's crimes and whose only incentive is to her...
I think that it's true that you shouldn't take her testimony as a fact. Like, you shouldn't listen to what she's saying, like, 100% and be like, okay, this is absolutely true and she's totally telling the truth. I think there's a good chance that she's lying about a lot of what she's going to say because she's a sex trafficker, pedophile, freak, liar, piece of shit.
True.
And so really, it's not about necessarily what she's saying. It's about where she tells you to look, if that makes sense.
Get immunity and get off the hook for all of this.
That's why they don't want it publicly.
This is a terrible idea. I think it's more of the same cover-up. Until they release these files, they're finished. And interestingly, Tim Dillon, the guy at this dinner with the administration, actually said as much.
I think if they do not release everything they have, they are done. If they do not release, and I told them that, you need to release...
More than that, human sacrifices. and I mean it. If someone doesn't, if there are not at least a number of people that get implicated in this,
we need to bring the chair back.
Public bloodthirst will not be sated. There is a public bloodthirst for this. People want blood. And if he doesn't give it, they're going to be upset.
I need to see blood.
Am I wrong?
Everything you have.
Yeah, of course. Doesn't
blood
take
for
a
the blood
political...
God? Yeah.
We sacrificed a man and he was perfect. His name was Jesus.
...to tell you you need to release the files. But of course, that seems to be the one thing they refuse to do. They'll do anything. They'll release MLK files. They'll probably tell you their aliens exist just to avoid releasing the Epstein files. And that is the actually most incriminating part of all of this. It has been the reaction, not the files themselves, that has made this look so bad. The unhinged response to just simple demands for following up on their word, saying they were going to release the Epstein files. Then it's, we looked. We found
need public sacrifices on both sides, too.
Yeah.
I think we need as many as possible.
Just whoever's involved. It's not about having as many.
And now we're not going to show you what's in there. That makes us all assume the worst about what's actually in here. So ultimately, look, I just believe we should get transparency. Obviously, there's a lot we don't know here, but a lot that has also been coming out. And it all paints a much darker picture than we previously knew.
When you click pay in full,
I think that it's obvious that Trump is implicated in some way. I would be willing to believe that Trump had an idea that it was going on. I would not be immediately willing to believe that Trump was doing it himself. I would require more proof than that. But I do think that in the same way that everybody in Hollywood knew about Harvey Weinstein, everybody in music knew about Diddy, I bet everybody in this echelon knew about Jeffrey Epstein. I bet they all kind of knew that it was happening, but it was kind of like a hush-hush, let's not talk about this type situation. So, I would need more proof than that. And I don't think that them saying his name being in the files is problematic. But Coffee bringing up the fact that the FBI was directed to say if his name was in the files or not to him implies that, why would you do that if you weren't guilty?
Exactly.
Trump knows that the public doesn't give a damn about the truth. There's the video. I've been watching CoffeeZilla's videos about this topic a lot. I mean, I'm really glad to see that, he's using his, investigative reporting skills on something. I mean, like as much as crypto scams matter, right? I mean, I think this is a much bigger fucking scam and it's a much bigger issue, right? And so, yeah, there we go. You watch his last one. I might look at it tomorrow, right? I mean, we're going with these one at a time, but this is the one that I've seen so far. And this is, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, make sure to give the video a like and give him a sub. I like this guy a lot. And I've been watching him for quite a while. This isn't even an investigation. It's just tabloid journalism. It's tabloid journalism. Yeah, well, tabloid journalism is better than cover-ups, isn't it? So if you don't want to have tabloid journalism, then maybe you should release the files and set the record straight. Problem solved. I'll be right back. It would be crazy, though, if they announced that there were aliens to distract people from this. The funny thing is, I think it would work. Anyway, so this is what happened today. They did interview her.
So, former Biden Chief of Staff Ryan Klain getting candid with the GOP lawmakers investigating what insiders knew about Biden's cognitive decline. Klain told them Biden appeared tired and ill at that fateful debate, but they never saw him take Ambien like Hunter Biden claimed. Klain also revealed that Hillary Clinton top advisor Jake Sullivan sounded the alarm on Biden's political viability months before he dropped out. Fox News contributor and GW law professor Jonathan Turley joins us now. Okay, so part of this is
we're just going to scout and give a fuck about this.
Charge. So, Professor, I want to get your take on another story, and that's the Epstein files. And it looks like the administration is taking this very serious. When you send the deputy attorney general to interview Ghislaine Maxwell, I think they want full control of this. This is what her brother is saying in a statement. She would be putting before a court material new evidence that was not available to the defense at her 2021
Why
trial,
not?
which would have had a significant
Why
impact
why wasn't it there?
on its outcome. Is she going to get something in return? I mean, there's really no motivation to talk with the feds unless she gets some type of deal.
Yeah.
What could that deal be?
Right, Lawrence, that's really the key question here. There is a thing called a 5K 1.1 motion that the Justice Department can file for cooperation to reduce a sentence. That's usually when someone is a key witness in the prosecution of a third party. The defense can also go to...
Yeah, I would do that 100%, by the way. I know people might criticize this, but as I said, I'm a utilitarian, pragmatic person. I would easily commute her sentence if it meant putting 10 other people in jail. Instantaneously.
Court and ask for a reduction based on new evidence.
Easiest decision of my
life.
life.
We haven't seen that. She was convicted and given 20 years. And so the question is, if there's something there, why haven't they revealed it
even more,
so far? Yeah. The third possibility is a commutation, more likely than a pardon from the president, maybe at the end of his term, if she is a highly cooperative witness. So all of those are possibilities for Maxwell. The question is what she has. I was surprised in speaking with a member of the legal defense team.
Somebody says, no, she shouldn't get off. She was as bad as him. I don't deal in shoulds. I deal in effectiveness. Would you rather have 10 people arrested or 1 person arrested? I'd rather have 10 people arrested. Simple.
A couple days ago,
simple.
When they said
Common
the reports
sense.
that she had been previously interviewed by federal and state prosecutors, investigators, was not true. That she had never been interviewed. Yes, and despite all of these past investigations.
How is this, bro? Like, yeah, exactly. Where what are you talking about? You never asked her? What the hell is going on?
Scandal. I was really taken aback by that. So if that's true, she could be an untapped source of new information.
How do you not even ask her?
What is that information? Is it just salacious, or is it something more that would reveal criminal conduct?
Jonathan, this is new information for me, and so
they never even they never even interviewed her?
Me, but how do you prosecute someone without doing an interview? I mean, that's like investigative procedure 101.
Well, they're saying that she had interaction, no doubt, in her own prosecution. But when I asked whether she had sat down with investigators, and there were so many investigations on a state and federal level, and I said, are you saying that she was never called forth to give information either in the state or federal systems? And they said no, that she has.
It's just like, come on, man. Come on, you're not even trying to hide it.
Has largely been left untouched.
I refuse to believe that they're this incompetent. I don't think that this is incompetence.
These past investigations. So the question is, what does she still have? And also, why didn't she reveal it before? She had every motivation in the world, if she could trade something, to do so before she was sentenced to 20 years.
Wow. So part 2 is going to happen today. The Deputy Attorney General, Todd Blanche, is going to go back to interview her. Now, he said after this interview, he'll decide,
I wish I could interview her.
If they're going to come to the public with the findings of that. So we look forward to hearing that.
I don't want nobody talking to her.
Commit to earning the public's trust back, they need to have noted members of the Democrat Party be present during the interview. Because I think if it's only one party interviewing her, everybody is going to think that they're just trying to stack the deck against the people that they disagree with. Like, I'm not even saying that they have to live stream it. And I can understand
No,
why
live
they
stream
wouldn't
it.
want
Fuck
to.
that.
It would
No,
be because maybe
fuck
she would
that.
say something that is a lie, and then it could potentially destabilize everything because she said this, but it turned out to not be true. So, like, I understand the logical reason not to live stream it, but I don't understand the logical reason not to have both parties present to maintain a degree of transparency. I think you need that.
Professor, thanks so much for joining the program.
They're all fucking involved, though. That's the problem.
Or she can expose victims' names. Yeah, exactly. Like, she could say anything that they could maybe not necessarily predict. But, yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. I mean, I don't know necessarily whether this is going to happen or not. But let me see if I can pull this one up.
Here's the problem. The victims need to come out. What are they being protected of? Oh, yeah, the millionaires that are going to come kill them. Right. If all the victims came out and said something, they wouldn't be victims.
And if there's any new information about this, it might be the same thing.
Radicalized.
But we'll go back and look at it. More than 51% of people having power on the list. Well, I don't know yet.
And actually have
the funny shit just happened on Yeet. Let me see here. What is this?
Problem is,
actually,
the victims that they're protecting are already dead. No one leaves. I don't think they leave the island alive.
I'll look at it. Well, it seems like this is probably about all the same stuff, right?
Probably like chicken fingers and stuff.
Yeah, it seems like this is about the same stuff. So we'll see what happens if, what do you call it? If this stuff actually gets released, but it seems like right now that it's not being released yet. And so we're going to have to wait around and see what happens. So I'll look and I'll find out. And if there's anything else going on, Hollow Live. Oh, no. Uh-oh. I'll see if there's any of this stuff with this here. And where did it go? Is there any new information about this? I'm going to look it up right now. And provides Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche and the DOJ with information of 100... Wait, what? Hold up. What? 100 people? Oh my fucking God. That's an assload of fucking people.
Shit.
Okay, give me a minute. Let's look at this. This is brand new. With 100 people linked to Jeffrey Epstein. And also, by the way, people linked to could, like, I mean, technically, by definition, could also just be including victims as well. So don't get too excited, but we'll see what happens. 99 will be innocent? Well, I don't know. And David Oscar Marcus, Maxwell's attorney, said that she was asked about every possible thing you could imagine, everything. This was the first opportunity she's ever been given to answer questions about what happened. The truth will come out about what happened with Mr. Epstein and the person who's answering those questions. Oh, boy. The real question is, why wasn't she questioned before? Yeah, I wonder why. Anyway, let's see here. It gave details on 100 different people. Oh my God.
Sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell has ended. This as critics are calling for more transparency. New at 2, Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche's meeting with convicted sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell has ended. This as critics are calling for more transparency in the Jeffrey Epstein investigation. Welcome back as we head into hour 2 of America Reports. I'm Sandra Smith in New York, and Bill, great to have you here today.
Great to be with you as well, Sandra. I'm Bill Malugin in Los Angeles. John Roberts has the day off. That meeting Sandra just mentioned just wrapped up moments ago. Maxwell was escorted back to the prison from the courthouse in Tallahassee. Her attorney said they had a, quote, productive meeting with Blanche, but details of their talks still remain under wraps right now.
How convenient.
All right, Fox Team coverage is at the ready. Chief legal correspondent Shannon Bream is live here in New York City, standing by with analysis. But first, let's get to our justice correspondent, David Spunt. He's got the latest from Washington for us. So, David, what else did Maxwell's attorney say?
It won't matter at this point because now the cat's out of the bag. If she gave them 100 names, that's 100 leads.
Yeah, true.
Well, he said a lot. We wish we could
think about it. If 100 names have already been given, that's at least 3 people that know about it. It's her, the attorney, and the person interviewing her.
Be in and hear what was said in the actual meeting. This meeting was a lot shorter than it was yesterday, but this was a 2-day event.
Yeah.
The highlight, though, it appears that her team wants a pardon. Watch.
Here's what's going to be really convenient. All 100 of the people are all going to be Democrats. Isn't that crazy?
We're going to take one day at a time. I know that's very cliche, but it's true because things are happening so quickly.
Wow.
We haven't spoken to the president or anybody about a pardon just yet. And listen, the president this morning said he had the power to do so.
We're listening.
He exercises that power in the right and just way.
Yeah, but the president in the White House today was asked directly about a pardon or commutation.
Yeah, he didn't even he didn't even know about that shit. Like, obviously, right? And so anyway, Gil was saying rape minors too. Wow, what a surprise! And so this is the 100 people.
Plan to do with everything Ghislaine Maxwell told them yesterday and today. Her lawyer says she answered questions about roughly 100 people during her meetings with Deputy Attorney General and former personal attorney to President.
Oh, that's very different. Answering questions about 100 people, gave details on 100 people. Okay.
President Trump, Todd Blanche, CNN Chief Legal Affairs Correspondent Paula Reed is with us.
That's a lot different.
She is tracking all of the details. Do we know anything else about what they discussed, Paula?
Well, we're learning a little bit, but there's still more questions than answers. We know the two sides met today for about 3 hours. After talking through the day yesterday, once again, her lawyer said she answered every question that she was asked. She did not invoke privilege. And when really pressed on exactly what she's being asked about, her lawyer said that they've asked about every single possible thing you can imagine, but then revealed that she was asked about maybe 100 different people. She answered questions about everybody and did not hold anything back. I think that's sort of the biggest headline we've gotten out of these meetings so far. He was also asked about, where he sees all this going. Let's take a listen to what he said.
We don't know how it's going to play out. We just know that this was the first opportunity.
Well, there it is. Dead man switch police. I don't know. Quick bait call. Well, I don't know. Release the interview. Yeah, I wonder what she said, man.
Exactly.
I do. I mean, I don't know what to say. Like,
just a bunch of another bullshit.
Man, not a single state or federal prosecutor, including Maureen Comey, ever bothered to interview her. I mean, if nobody interviewed her at all, gave DOJ info on 100 people, giving to her lawyer, no.
And how does she know she was guilty?
I don't think that this is a... Like, in my opinion, I don't think this is as big as people are making it out to be, because they probably just asked about 100 people, and then she probably said yes or no to some of them, probably no to most of them. Now, this is what I think this is the probability, right? Is that she will probably not implicate Trump, because if she does so, then Trump will say that she's compromised and not pardon her. That's just probably how this is going to play out. So even if Trump is implicated, he's not going to be stated by her, because then she won't get a pardon. Well, like, the probability of her getting a pardon is extremely low, right? It's very uncommon, sure, bud. Well, no, I'm saying, like, like, if you were her, if you were in her position, wouldn't that be what you would do? Is that you give them the names of the people that, maybe obviously, like, if there's one person that is holding your freedom over your head, would you want to name that person as being a pedo? No, fucking obviously not. It's common sense.
Yep.
Obviously, she wouldn't do that. Anybody would do this just acting in their own... Like, the way that I think is I put myself in somebody else's truth matters, not to her. Do you think the truth matters to her whenever she was sex trafficking a bunch of young kids? I don't think she cares about the truth. She doesn't care about anything. So, no, she cares about staying alive and existing and being able to do what she wants. Literal corruption? Absolutely. No, absolutely. I would be fine settling with at least some of them getting arrested. Now, I'm just being realistic and saying that I think that's the way it's going to play out. I do. Does anybody really disagree with this? Because I think that's the reality, is that the probability of her actually going and ratting out Trump is extremely fucking low. Yeah. It's self-preservation. Yes, exactly. Even if you are pragmatic,
and I'm okay
you leave
with
Trump's
that.
Name out, say Trump, nothing gets out, leave him out, everyone else goes to jail. Yeah.
That's what I want.
Basically it. It's stupid, but we'll see what happens.
Hey, I don't care.
And they asked her questions for 9 hours over 2 days.
Better than nothing.
Holy shit, that's a lot. Oh my God. Do you think she mentioned the prince? I have no idea. No one goes to jail. You and I both know it. Well, hopefully there's a reason why they don't go to jail, and I would say what I would hope that reason would be, but we'll see what happens.
She's
not some asshole on jail she's a pedo lying bitch. She is, but if she can provide proof for it, then it's important to make sure that we know what she's saying. If she wants any chance at a pardon, she won't implicate Trump. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. That's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Classic hardcore moment.
Just the way the cookie crumbles.
Breaking WNBA players will earn an additional $20
These people
in
want
salary
more
next
money.
year. The league sources described the move as historic. They all came out wearing these shirts, pay us what you owe us. The WNBA loses $50 million.
Why are they all chicks?
So that means that every WNBA player owes the NBA hundreds of thousands of dollars. I feel like that's what's fair, right? Like, they should be paying the NBA. Like, yeah, I think we go with this, right? It seems like it's smart. WNBA has never been profitable. Yeah, it's why, like, I don't even understand. The only reason why people watch the WNBA now is because of her, because they want to see who's going to try to, like, stab her or, like, fucking, like, there's this one clip I saw of Caitlin Clark, like, trying to fucking shoot a basket. And, like, some girl comes in there like a fucking saber-toothed tiger and fucking claws her fucking face.
Yeah, dude. It's fucking
I was
hilarious.
like, bro, is that not a foul?
It's like girl fight.
I feel like this is a problem, right? Sir, yeah, what is this? So, anyway, yeah, they all come out wearing pay us what you owe us. Now, Gideon could be sleeping there, but they kicked him out. So, if you consult the graph that I've just posted here, you'll see that nobody is watching the WNBA. That's the reason why the WNBA isn't making... Oh, sorry, I missed a few of them. So this is the reason why the WNBA isn't making any money, and they're not getting paid. It gets worse. That's great. Look at that. Where is everybody? That's insane. And so anyway, you got all this going on. Show us an NBA stadium. Okay. Yeah, let's take a look at an NBA stadium. That's crazy. Look at all the people there. Wow. Bro, like, there's all those... Damn, look at that. They got everybody. It's the Lakers? Yeah, exactly. Well, these people are the pond. And so that's the problem. And so anyway, WNBA players demand to be paid what they're worth, and now they owe the NBA $400 million. Well, there we go, guys. $100. I mean, I guess so. Look at the WNBA highlights from yesterday or a few days ago. Well, let me see if I can find, like, where the video is. Okay, so this is the All-Star highlights.
Kiki Iriafen, unable to hit the three in the NBA All-Star game. And right away, Asia Wilson launching. Picking her way up the floor, Nafisa Collier.
Fuck.
Picking her way up the floor, Nafisa Collier. Long shovels into Thomas. Thomas misses the last time. Shovels into Thomas. Thomas.
Oops.
Misses the last. Thomas misses the last. Here's Angel Reese firing away. Off to Reese. Angel Reese has been on a tear of late. With the Mercury, Nate Tibbetts, their head coach, their system surrounding her and shooting. And as AT was telling us yesterday, they haven't even been fully healthy.
Oh, man. This is the All-Stars game? That's crazy. Wow. Okay, so this is a recent one.
Clark racing ahead, zips it to Bonner, spinning. Wanted a whistle, didn't get it.
Where is it?
Matchups between Reese and Clark.
Is this it?
Away. Up into Caitlin. Strong on a three. And look out, Caitlin Clark pushes Angel Reese, and Angel Reese Gets right up into Caitlin Clark.
Oh, jeez, bro. Like, who watches this? I don't know. Watch the first one. I can't watch all of these, bro. Like, there's another one right there. Fallout after this one, too.
New reaction after this controversial foul on Caitlin Clark.
Who does this?
Clark's Indiana Fever taking on the Chicago Sky on Saturday. The Sky's Kennedy Carter hitting a shot, then heading over to Clark and shoulder checking her. The refs called it a common foul, but the league yesterday upgraded the call to a flagrant foul.
Yeah, I bet it is. And so anyway, yeah, people are watching this. The only reason why people are watching this is they're watching for the crash outs, man. They're watching for the fights. Is there going to be a fight or somebody get hurt or something like that? Watch the first one. Let me see if there's... Okay, are there any good one?
The hatred and jealousy of WNBA players towards Caitlin Clark has been clear due to the amount of cheap shots.
What the fuck was that? Hold up. All right, we're going to watch this. I want to... Oh my God!
She's received so far in her rookie season.
Jesus!
The WNBA has had 30 flagrant fouls this season. Doesn't seem like that.
That's got to be more than hockey, right? What are they doing?
Doesn't seem like that much. But the issue is that 5 of these 30 flagrant fouls have been committed against Caitlin Clark. And of the 5 flagrant fouls that
I think it's a jealousy thing, because like she's gotten well known for being like a female basketball player, and they don't like that.
Been committed against Clark, 4 of them have been committed by the Chicago Sky.
Racism
so, yeah,
too? I mean, you say maybe it is a bit of racism. You could say maybe a bit of that, but I honestly think that the primary reason is just because they're jealous.
17% of all flagrant fouls in the entire WNBA this season have been committed against one player. And 80% of those flagrant fouls on that player have been committed by one team alone.
That's crazy. So, wow.
But how bad are all of these flagrant fouls or cheap shots really? Were all of them warranted to be a flagrant foul? What about some of the petty cheap shots that she's received that weren't called as technical fouls? Well, today we're going to look into every flagrant foul and cheap shot that has been committed against Caitlin Clark this Sparks. Caitlin drives down the court and pulls up for a deep 3 in transition. The defender goes to contest the shot, but her feet land in Caitlin's landing zone, leading to a flagrant foul call. The controversial part about this play was that the defender landed in the landing zone, which the shooter gets once they land back onto the ground from their jump shot. Interfering in the landing zone has been a controversial call made in the NBA after Zaza Pachulia landed in Kawhi Leonard's landing zone in the 2017 playoffs. Not giving the shooter space to land can lead to the shooter landing on the defender's leg, which can lead to a serious injury.
Clark from way outside draws the foul.
This exact scenario happened to Kawhi, and he missed the rest of the playoffs.
Wow.
It's a serious thing, but I wouldn't say this was a This play was just like the previous
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Here we go. Landed in the landing zone, which the shooter gets once they land back onto the ground.
Who does this?
The defender landed in the landing
zone,
which the shooter gets once they land back onto the ground from their jump shot.
Some more coming. Clark with the step back and gets fouled.
I'm the juggernaut, bitch.
Free throws coming as Onyé Nwede.
I'd say this one was worse because the defender was not as cautious about the landing zone and didn't even seem to think about it or the
We got another one. Okay, next.
This cheap shot didn't result in a flagrant foul, but it was clearly done on purpose to trigger Clark and to send a message. It wasn't dangerous by any means, but it was definitely stupid and petty more than anything. Since this was done intentionally, it's worse than the other instances, but it didn't put her in danger. So get ready, because there are even more ridiculous moments on the list. This instance was still a basketball play, but was very egregious. Thomas set a solid screen that nailed Clark to the floor.
Jesus. Jesus. God damn.
Nailed Clark to the floor. Thomas nailed Clark in the head and could have been seriously injured on this play. Clark was simply trying to get through a screen set by Alyssa Thomas, but Thomas put her right shoulder and forearm to Clark's neck and face and knocked Caitlin Clark straight to the ground.
Man.
5 quick points here for Caitlin Clark.
Bro, like that's... They need to put her in the NFL. Yeah, like, yeah, that's impressive, bro.
And Thomas just runs over Clark. And not gonna get the benefit of the whistle.
Get her in the NFL.
Watching basketball for years, your hands stay in place when setting a screen, and they should never land on another person's neck or face.
Jesus.
This next instance happened in a game earlier in the season against the Chicago Sky. Caitlin was driving to the basket, and while she went to attempt a layup, Angel Reese whacked her again, leading to Clark falling hard to the floor.
Is this the one with the
Was
claws?
it a basketball play? Yes. But the way that she smacked her that hard right into the face made it seem like the play didn't look too accidental.
Jesus.
Third in the voting last season. Clark. Hammer.
Jesus, bro. Like, they got her all the way on the AT&T thing. Look at this.
Clark.
God damn.
3 Sky players coming over.
This play resulted in a flagrant foul on Reese and stirred up a lot of controversy due to the ongoing rivalry between her and Clark. Although this was a basketball play, the sheer force and takedown was a very aggressive and unwarranted move by Reese.
It's a little bit unnecessary.
Rookie of the year. At this point, the Fever were up by 25 late in the fourth quarter,
here we go.
and Caitlin was having an incredible game. Clark received the ball at midcourt and was on her way to get an easy layup. Then Diamond DeShields ran at Clark and intentionally sent her flying to the floor with a very intentional shove. It looks like DeShields runs and doesn't even attempt to slow down and just sends her flying to the floor is insane to me.
And then she goes, oh, how did that happen? Oh, what? Oh!
Here's Clark for 29 points, gets tripped up.
How could this happen?
This play was intentional, and a targeted cheap shot out of frustration from DeShields in the Sky getting their asses kicked by Clark in the Fever.
Yeah.
This play was the most recent flagrant foul called on Clark this season, and it was not one that seemed
you
like
can tell, bro, she doing that shit on
accident.
Yeah.
The most insane part is that fans and the media are promoting DeShields' behavior. Cheryl Swoops, who has been the biggest hater of Caitlin Clark, defended DeShields with a tweet defending DeShields after the flagrant foul. Now we have WNBA legends condoning flagrant fouls. It's really unbelievable.
They just don't like the fact that she is well known and they're not. They don't. This is just like, this is, it's racism. Look, I do think that plays a role. I do. Now, they're never going to say that, but I think that's a fact. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's true.
No one has been
that's
more
not the only reason
critical of Clark than Cheryl Swoops. She's been caught blatantly lying about Clark's records, age, and accomplishments, and it's stirring up so many issues in the WNBA community that she has now been taken off of the Fever's next game that she was.
Damn, bitch, calm down. It's just a game. Damn, bitch. Like, what the fuck? Jesus.
Supposed to be an analyst for. This final instance is the most ridiculous of them because it was a blatant cheap shot that wasn't even a basketball play, just a shove to the ground for absolutely no reason. Here we have Kennedy Carter shoving Clark to the ground solely out of frustration and jealousy. You can see Clark was just waiting the inbounds pass, but Carter runs up to her and knocks her right to the ground for absolutely no reason. I also won't forget to mention this big ground for absolutely no.
Look at her fucking face. Look at that woman's face. To everybody that's watching this is like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Why'd you do that?
I also won't forget to mention this because I don't think many people saw this response to the play. Take a look at Angel Reese on the sideline as soon as Carter knocks Clark to the floor. Angel is clapping, cheering, and celebrating in response.
You know what's really funny to me about this is the fact that this is more entertaining than the WNBA has ever been. They should just get, you know what? Why don't you just get rid of the ball? Just give everybody boxing gloves and just fucking put them all on the court and just fucking have at it. You can have more people that watch that than the game. Call Dana White. Yeah, Dana White needs to buy the WNBA and get this to what it needs to be.
Knocking Clark right to the floor. I mean, that might be the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
Nah, because it's just not over. It's probably going to get worse.
I mean, how much more blatantly obvious can it get from this? Clark hasn't even received the ball yet, and Carter ran up to her just to knock her to the ground. If this move wasn't intentional, I don't know what is. This was just another example of blatant targeting towards Clark, and it's happened way too many times this season for it not to be a motive behind it. Now that a pattern has developed of blatant flagrant fouls and cheap shots on Clark, it's clear that there is a motive behind these cheap shots.
It is.
Fans have noticed and have spoken very loudly on social media over this issue. There is an immense amount of jealousy towards Clark, and it's truly unfortunate that media personnel are so quick to discredit her and hate on her because Clark is the driving force to the WNBA's skyrocketing.
The only reason why people don't call it out, if this was a bunch of white basketball players doing it to the one or like a minority black basketball player, you would be hearing about this everywhere. This would be like a national fucking thing. This is absolutely the reason why it's being perceived this way is because of race. It clearly is. Anybody who can't see that is delusional. And like, I'm not really I'm not like one of those guys, but like, you got to call it how you see it. And that's 100% what's going on here, right? Like, that's it. Whites are minority in basketball. Yeah. Like, I mean, but could you imagine like if this happened to like a minority player, like by white people? Like, think about how crazy the media would be going, how crazy, these people would be going. It'd be insane. Didn't Shaq call it Angel? I thought he did. I don't think so. I don't know.
Exposure this season. It's pretty insane how Clark's transcendence of women's basketball has caused.
They're jealous of her skill. I honestly think that they're jealous of her popularity. That's really what it is. Like, I mean, the race stuff is like salt in the wound probably for them. But I think that they're really like they don't give a fuck about like her race really. Like, they care about the fact that she's popular.
Much controversy by women.
And the attention,
But what are your thoughts? Do you believe the flagrant fouls and cheap shots have gotten out of hand? Or is it all just a part of the game? Let us know in the comments below. And if you liked the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you never miss an update.
Angel Reese missed layups, but they get increasing more.
Angel Reese has had a fairly impressive Chicago Sky is important. In fact, she's above average in almost every advanced stat line. Her net rating is plus 7 points.
Mabry time to add to it. Got Allen on the move. On the kick to Reese. She comes middle. Does not go. Fighting for the rebounds.
Her 4 teammates have their arms up in the air at the same time because they don't understand how she can have such tunnel vision. Notice literally all of her
It's ridiculous. Yeah, I know. It's insane, man. It really is. And that's funny shit. Yeah, it is. I don't know what the fuck are you doing? And so anyway, whole team's open. Yeah, I guess so, right? And so basketball is really women's basketball is. I'm gonna be real. This is the most entertainment I've gotten from women's basketball since Jadeon went and fell asleep. You remember that? It's right there.
Get up. Come on, sit up.
Is it against the law to take naps? You can't even take a nap at the WNBA games. What is this? No almost over.
Here's your warning. If you're still right here when I get...
I can't control it. You're not a little sleepy too? I got an extra headrest.
Hey, you want to lay down? I got somewhere upstairs you can sleep. But you can't do it right here.
Tree foul. But this is like the best area though. My doctor recommended it.
No, he didn't. Now, see, now
No, he didn't. Never. I'm gonna get some more Z's.
Tree foul number 23, 8 Dirt. They first.
They didn't like this, bro. They didn't like this at all. Oh my God. Where's the part where he's laying down?
What happened? Kind of sleepy. Are you a little sleepy? This is like a perfect. I mean, I sleep at a. Those are kind of loud. I'm trying to sleep.
Oh my God.
Let's go, Tree!
Slide down.
Bro, this shit was so, I don't know how to feel, yeah. And so this is the last time, bro, like, yeah, oh my God, I know. And they finally, now I've asked you, you gotta stop.
Here's your warning.
The game's almost over.
Here's your warning. If you're still right here when I get back, you're leaving. Here's your warning.
The game's over.
Man, it's funny, but it's a fuck around situation. No, obviously he being an asshole doing it, but it's still funny. Pink Sauce just officially failed. So she made $121.
The Pink Sauce ain't made one sale this month. Not one single sale.
Chef Pete.
Why she got a hair? Bro. Why she got her hair like Cynthia? Why she do that? That's crazy. Wow.
Chef P's pink sauce has officially failed. Ooh. In a series of update videos, she reveals her pitiful sales figures.
They gonna send me a check for
admitting she's clueless about the product.
I don't know what's going on with the pink sauce. I don't know where the pink sauce at.
Whilst being in denial, thinking it'll make a comeback.
The pink sauce will.
When they thought you was, what does it say? When they thought you was gone, give up When they thought you was gone, give up your $1 billion business.
Sauce will soon be a globally distributed product. I don't know how it's gonna happen.
The fact that she experienced any success now seems like a miracle, as by Chef P's second video.
The reason why stuff like this is successful is because it's funny. But like things like this are only funny for like a really short period of time, and then people lose interest in it. That's the reason why. It's a gimmick,
facing problems. In its very first showcase, the sauce had a vibrant appearance, but in the TikTok that followed, the pink was slightly different. The color has changed so much. 2 days later, it was back to a darker pink, but 5 days after this, it was lighter than ever before, creating instant suspicion amongst potential customers. Why does it keep changing colors every video?
Because she mixing it the wrong way, and she don't know how to do it the right way, and she just puts in random shit and does it. Like, what did you think was going on? Like, you really thought that the FDA? Yeah.
Whilst the sauce's consistency was also inconsistent. In some videos it was thick, sticking to the food like glue, whilst in others it was watery, dripping off any food it was put on.
What? Why?
You know what's funny about this is I bet more people bought Belle Delphine's bathwater than bought this pink sauce. That's wild, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that something?
The fact that the consistency has changed so much really concerns me, although as shown in the very same comment, people were also incredibly curious. Why was it pink? How did she make it? Most importantly, what did the pink sauce taste like? Chef
People really, like, am I the only I don't really, like, we're gonna know what the answer to that is, but I really don't want to know what the answer to that is.
Friends all seem to love it.
This is definitely a 10 out of 10.
But she didn't describe the flavor, building irresistible
It
interest.
tastes like shit.
Honestly, it has its own taste. If you want to taste it, buy it. It goes on sale tonight.
People had gotten to the point of demanding she sell the product publicly.
Why? Why would you do that?
They don't want to talk shit on
had
it.
held off for ages to ensure the sauce was perfect.
We are doing quality testing to ensure that we get the best quality out to you guys to have minimum to no complaints.
In a different TikTok, she included an inspirational soundbite stating, "The biggest thing you have to worry about is making sure your quality stays up, creating expectations that the sauce would be incredible." But as she announced her first drop of 100 limited bottles, the top comment hinted at the sauce's next problem. Is it approved by US Food and Drug Administration?
Delete that comment. Just delete and ban him. Just get rid of him. Get rid of him right off. Like
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Oh
shut it
yeah.
down. Get rid of this dude.
To put
Is
it
you
simply,
cooked as soon as people ask?
Chef P didn't even understand what it was.
What do you mean FDA approved?
What is that?
They think I gonna shut down my $1 billion business.
It's a 420 scammer.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah. What do you mean?
You're not calling people liars.
I don't sell medical product. The pink sauce don't contribute to your health.
Thinking the F in FDA stood for pharmaceutical.
Doesn't it stand for Federal Drug Administration?
They got this shit's been happening at 3 every fucking day, man. I don't know what the hell this is. The F stands for F. Yeah, I thought y'all were goofing around. Pharmaceutical. Damn, bro, this is really something special. I'm gonna be honest. This is crazy.
People are really out here buying and eating pink sauce from a woman who doesn't even know what the F in FDA stands for. To silence the backlash, she hosted a live stream titled
She doesn't even know what the pink in her sauce is.
FDA is at my house.
It is safe. We are taking the precautions.
Although people found this strange.
That's not how the FDA works. She made it like the FDA were like the police investigating a noise complaint. Like, did they send agents to her house or some shit?
Bro, they're gonna send her to court.
Oh my god.
Thread, that's not how the FDA works, as the FDA don't do house calls, forcing Chef P to admit she was lying. Turns out she'd been visited by Florida Health Services, which seemingly failed to make the product safer. The bottles had no nutritional info or list any of the ingredients, which Chef P still didn't disclose, even after being asked.
I can't tell you the ingredients that I used to make it pink, but it's pink.
At a different
And people lining up for this shit?
I can't tell you what's in it. That's disgusting.
Different time she even lied about ingredients, claiming it had no garlic.
The pink sauce contains 0 raw garlic ingredient.
Although in a video of her making it, you can see raw garlic floating in the mix. People
Bro! What did I just see? I gotta put this on the fucking big screen. Hold on, I was gonna play some games, but hold on. Hold the fucking phone. Look at this.
Raw garlic ingredient.
Although in a video of
Is that olive oil? It must be. It's probably vegetable oil. Or no, it's the olive oil cap. So it's garlic, olive oil, or any oil.
Making it, you can
and probably dye.
See raw garlic floating in the mix. People therefore stated, okay, but for real, what herbs are in the pink sauce? Because like I'll get some, but I don't want to have an allergic reaction.
Yeah.
No ingredients listed sounds like a lawsuit waiting to happen if someone has an allergic reaction, forcing Chef P to reluctantly oblige.
I've been seeing all the shady comments. There will be
shady comments, bro.
Shady
comments
comments
about this nutritional fact bullshit. Oh,
yeah. Yup.
Nutrition facts.
Here it comes. Calm down. Yeah, relax.
He responded, I don't have to do anything. Of course, my package will have nutrition facts.
Pink sauce
This was
queen.
confirmed as she sent her first shipment, but the top comment predicted there'd be shipping problems. Hey, I deliver for USPS, and we kind of just shove packages into the mailbox or lockboxes.
This is gonna overheat
These things
or
are probably gonna overheat and curdle or explode, which turned out to be perfectly accurate.
Oh my god. Look at this! It don't even say.
Ew. What the fuck? Bro, I gotta put this back up.
Hey, pink sauce on this bitch.
What
I think I've seen
happened?
something like this from Chernobyl.
This looks like a
The sauces had been
dinosaur
sent
egg.
in the middle of summer, and after taking 2.5 weeks to arrive, many had fully exploded.
And this is no, ma'am. We're not trying this. Look at this. It stinks.
The bottles that
Even got it. I love how they have it in a bag because it's so bad they can't even have it out on its own. It was like a kidney.
it
Yeah,
went
it's like a kidney you order in
rancid.
the mail.
didn't explode
Off the
were
dark
still
web.
extremely bloated.
I'm just a little worried about it being swollen. I don't know if this is considered swollen or not.
In which case, the pink sauce became completely rotten. It was because the product
Had to be refrigerated, I bet you.
I mean,
and
like,
there was
real
no
shit, how's this woman
preservatives
not
in it.
jail? Like, I feel like if you're doing this, like, you gotta be in jail for some of this shit. Like, this is nuts.
Bro, right? What the fuck?
Like, what the hell? Like, you selling this shit? How is this legal? Yeah.
contained milk and honey, which grew so much bacteria it expanded the
Bro,
bottle.
milk?
So no doubt by the time you receive your pink sauce, the milk is already spoiled. So you're basically just buying poison.
A food safety expert
You're
stated,
basically just
in some
buying
cases,
poison.
honey can cause botulism, an extreme case of food poisoning. So it's no surprise that some people are reporting that they got violently ill after eating the pink sauce. One person claimed it sent her to hospital.
Y'all really need to stop buying these pink sauce from that girl on TikTok. Look where I ended up.
Bro, why would
Need
you
to
even
stop
be
buying
the
these
girl
pink
to
sauce
buy
from
it?
that girl on TikTok. Look where I ended up.
Explaining the pink sauce gave her real bad food poisoning.
I
It
see
seems
that.
to be the oil that she put on that sauce didn't sit well on me,
I
whilst
bet.
a Reddit user posted a similar story. My 13-year-old daughter bought a bottle of pink sauce online without my knowledge and is now in.
That's nuts.
Bro.
How the fuck do you have a 13-year-old girl buying shit on the internet without you knowing about it? What are you doing?
Fuck
what are
you.
thinking?
How you letting that
Hospital.
happen?
I can't even think straight. Chef P responded by claiming that these weren't real.
Chef P?
People making fake reports saying that they were getting sick from the pink sauce.
Donald Trump needs to have her as the in the cabinet for the food. You know, like food safety inspector. Like Donald Trump needs to get her on there. Yeah, bro. Like, yeah.
Yup.
It's like it's just fake.
More bullshit.
However,
It's
they
all
More
never
fake
even
shit.
made a pink sauce purchase.
But with incorrectly listed ingredients, this
Pink
certainly
sauce
could have
purchase.
happened. For example, the bottle's label misspelled vinegar as vinger, which could
Wow.
have just as easily been a misspelling of ginger. Another person noticed her using a white mayo-like substance, which also wasn't listed.
She is using something that's not here to give it that particular color and consistency.
But the problems with the label only kept
What y'all trying to type? What y'all trying to do? Getting timed out in chat? Stop it. What do you think you're doing?
There is nothing in the label about refrigeration, nor is there an expiration date on the label.
In addition to no expiry or refrigeration warning, the bottle incorrectly stated it had 444 servings, which at 14.4 grams per serving meant the bottle should have weighed 6.4 kilos or 14 pounds.
That's a lot.
To add a cherry on top of the cake, the label didn't
Wait, so she couldn't even do the math on it?
Damn.
Well, I can't say I'm surprised.
The bottle, but surely Chef P was on standby to fix potential problems. Well, instead she was partying on a boat, blaming the customers for the product's shortcomings.
You guys are judging a prototype. A prototype is when a product...
What the fuck is that? Oh, cute. Oh,
that's special.
A Mew.
is not an official product.
However, a lawyer named allegedly Stephanie explained this wasn't even legal.
You cannot have a prototype of food, ma'am. When it is food, it has to be perfect, as in at least edible, at least not making people sick.
Leading Chef P to apologize.
My apologies. I'm only human. I'm not perfect.
And remove the sauce from sale until she could fix its problems. In the meantime, people began to joke. It's all fun and games till you see her pink sauce in the store, although nobody expected this would actually happen until it was announced you could buy the sauce in Walmart.
No way. Look, I fucking got a Mew, dude. This is amazing. Bruh.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Chef P stated, "I'm ready for Chapter 2, having partnered with a company called Dave's Gourmet, who used their expertise to ensure the product wouldn't explode."
Thank you so much, Dave's Gourmet. I'm so excited about the growth.
Okay, so she had a white label company do it for her. Okay, I'll believe it now. Yeah. Okay.
People wanted your sauce. You just fucking did that in the first place.
With articles such as how the pink sauce chef survived her downfall, and comments like, "Oh, I'm so happy for her." They were bashing her so much.
Bro,
another
like, this girl
woman
probably only
gassing
typing
another
this
woman
shit so
up.
people click on her profile.
True.
Like, I mean, let's be real. Like, it's probably just a motherfucking bot anyway. Yeah, this is just OnlyFans promo. Yeah, what you mean about that? Like,
It seems Chef
probably a
P had
bot.
fixed her reputation. She reassured the audience, "We will not let you down."
Right.
And with the sauce in over
Hashtag
4,000
find-
stores, Rolling
Jesus.
Stone literally wrote, "It's
Damn.
hard to see what would stop her at this point. The taste of that victory must be sweet." Although,
Why would they, like, why are people acting like this is good? I just checked the online site and it's there. Wait a second. Walmart pink sauce buy.
Amber. Oh. A bitty Gyarados. 2 stars. And you can buy it. Oh no. Finally, I'm getting a hookup, brother.
That's crazy.
only 16 days later, people already found the bottles being taken off shelves.
People have started to post videos showing that the pink sauce is going on clearance. Which, by the way,
bet.
look at this color and look at the color that
Yeah, that's not pink.
the pink sauce lady showed. That is not pink.
Yeah, how do you have something that's pink sauce and literally it just is brown?
What happened?
Like, that's like the same consistency and color as cat puke.
The color had also
Stop,
changed
because it
dramatically.
is.
In multiple different TikToks, the contents turned a yellowish brown.
In reality, it's like the same color as cane sauce.
Possibly informing another massive price drop. It's funny because most of the pink sauce is on the clearance section in Walmart for 50 cents, but somehow the bottles still fell
25 cents. It wouldn't sell for 50.
25 cents.
Bro.
You know what's really funny about this is somebody that
Was
works at that Dave's company
$7.78.
is probably getting their ass chewed out by the Walmart representative for convincing them that this was a good idea. They're like, you took our fucking shelf space
And
to
our
sell
profits.
This girl's fucking bullshit. Her pink sauce, it's not even pink. What were you thinking? Someone got fired? Yeah, bro, like, this is somebody's head's gonna roll out of this. That's real bad. 13 ounces.
further.
So a video just went viral showing the pink sauce on clearance at Walmart for just 25 cents a bottle.
I still wouldn't buy comments filled with people calling her a failure.
I wouldn't.
Yet she'd respond by stating when they say you fell off, but pink sauce just sold 200,000 bottles. People therefore thought she was doing
$50,000. And that's gross minus manufacturing. So you probably made like what, 10 grand? Maybe like 15. Let's assume like a 20% margin, right? So like you go on it, you get like that's not even 20%, right? I mean, on Walmart, you probably 15% margin. So like if you making 50,000, 15%, that's $7,500. I mean, like that's a month.
Extremely well, although it turns out the opposite was true.
I almost got evicted from my home. I had to go get $20 from my mama.
Pink sauce creator.
What? And that was gonna make the difference?
$20 from your mama? What are you doing?
$20 for rent.
Claims she's broke due to a faulty deal. I don't even have enough money to buy my kids food.
Ooh.
The article explained Chef P had opened a GoFundMe trying to raise.
Always really good to know that people like this have kids.
Yeah.
Always real good. Oh, good.
Good for the kids. They'll really learn from this.
As right now, I don't even have enough money to buy my kids food on my own.
Why don't you feed
my
them
mum
pink
is
sauce?
on disability and has been giving
Yeah,
us
give 'em some of the
$20
pink
just
sauce.
to get by on a daily basis. This was
Jesus.
confirmed by a video showing her eviction notice,
Oh my
claiming
God.
Dave's Gourmet had stolen her recipe and ruined the product by changing its color.
Dave's Gourmet should know why the sauce turned yellow when it hit the shelves.
She further added they lied to me. They are not paying me. And
But
are
the
not
ones that you shipped out turned yellow too. They low IQ disability. I do think that a lot of people like,
Disability.
You don't understand, like, and this is the thing, right? Is like you see somebody like this.
I got a trophy,
Remember what I said
bro.
before about how, like, you know how there's like Occam's razor, where it's like the simplest solution is probably the right one. Well, I got something called the retard's razor. And that's the way that I look at the real world nowadays. Is that I think to myself, the dumbest thing that the dumbest thing that could happen is probably what happened.
I can't use any of those trophies you got.
That's probably what, think of the dumbest thing possible, that's probably what happened.
being transparent about records. I have been silenced and financially sabotaged. They are refusing to pay me the royalty that is owed to me.
These people defrauded me, so I would have to sue them for fraud.
Although it turns out this was just another lie.
Wow,
Because
who could
Dave's
guess
Gourmet
that?
responded, explaining that paid her 120 grand, which
That's a lot of money. Wait, she got $120,000 for this shit?
What? And she's getting evicted?
Oh my God.
This is mismanagement to the
She
extreme.
wasted it? Who could have guessed?
Yeah, who could have guessed?
They had wasted on luxury spending. That further explained that she'd requested over $10,000 in marketing expenses to throw herself a birthday party to maybe be featured on TikTok. She also requested that they pay for her dress $800 and shoes $600 plus.
Now, I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna say something that is gonna sound crazy, but think about it for 3 seconds. The company actually should have paid for this because she is representing the company. It's a business expense, and the company should have paid for this because it's related to marketing. I'm just gonna say it. Are you?
I mean,
dumb?
you're right.
It's a birthday party. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
You know how it works,
Debatable?
right?
No, it's not. I guarantee you. Write this off your taxes on the IRS. If you had a company like this, 100%, you never get audited. Absolutely. Not tax advice, but ask any CPA. They'll tell you the same thing. Yeah. If you do a public event like this that's promoting a product, yeah, absolutely. It's not even a question. Yeah, it's business. Yeah, it's tax deducted. Yeah. That's why a company should pay for it. For pink sauce? Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. No, I know. Doesn't make it smart business. Yeah, it is. It's smart business. It's a good idea. A lot's left out in the videos. I just think that I find that to be even funnier to me.
When Dave's Gourmet would not approve these expenses, she got upset and never collaborated with them since. Chef P instead took her GoFundMe earnings and relaunched the pink sauce in a new powder format, which supposedly somehow completely sold out. People joke that she probably only had 10 in stock, to which Chef P angrily responded, "Thanks for keeping me on the algorithm with your meaningless comment. If you did only have 10 in stock, August the Duck bought 40%.
There are 4 total sauces, 2 blue sauces, 2 pink sauces.
Exposing the product as extremely expensive.
Each one of these packets, 1 single serving.
She must have used Pokemon's white label company. That makes sense.
$20 a piece.
It's even the same type of package.
$80 on what you're looking at right here.
He then had to spend a further $70.
We need 4 different ingredients to make this sauce. About $150 is how much I've spent
for what he discovered was a terrible flavor.
I'm sorry, Chef Pie, but no, they're both definitely gross. It does not taste like ranch. It tastes far worse than ranch.
Likely contributing
I'm
to
gonna
Chef.
be real. Like I would not put that in my body. What? I would not put that in my body. Like, there's no reason to put that in my body. Nope.
P's current position, literally 0 sales, as was shown in the opening clip.
The pink sauce ain't made 1 sale this month. Not 1 single sale.
And as of just the previous week, the pink sauce website is now fully deleted. On top of this, Chef P's company Flavor Crazy was previously listed as active, but after recently checking the very same page, it now rather says inactive.
I bet it does.
She'd post on her Instagram, normalize being out of the loop. Like, what is even going on, LOL? Likely because she doesn't even know where to buy the original pink sauce.
I haven't seen nothing at no Walmart or no other store. And it's my
Girl, the pink sauce is on clearance at Walmart, like all of it, crying.
business. It's my product, and I don't even know where it's at.
And only that she's receiving basically 0 royalties.
What about $120,000?
They gonna send me a check for $121. Lord Jesus, take the wheel.
$121 is too generous. But Chef P's still convinced she has $1 billion business, which is a pretty crazy value for a product that's only sold secondhand on eBay.
I hope she keeps going. I do. I hope she keeps it up. She got like, stay on the grind. Stay on the grind, girl. Like, I gotta get I want another video out of this. Link the video? Yeah, give it a like. That's a good one, bro. Like, that's a real good one. Yeah, I want to get another video out of this, at least one. You just want to see the world burn? No, I want to see the world pink, obviously, right? Damn, that's fucking funny. That's so fucking funny. And she made $120,000 off of that shit. And you've got to think in mind, right? So like that's that means it made probably $1 million. Real shit, it probably made $1 million. Because like, you do the math, right? 120,000 at somewhere around a 15 to 20% profit margin. I think that's probably about where it's at, maybe a bit more. Then a company that's working with her doing all of that work, obviously they're going to get a percentage as well. So if you really extrapolate this out, that she's getting 12% of the gross sales revenue, I think that's very generous to assume that she might have made $1 million. Well, she's 1,000th of the way there. Hey, there it is. She does mukbangs now with her own pink sauce. Yeah, there's a lot of successful businesses that start that way. Why are people hating on her so much? They're hating on her because she doesn't know what the fuck she's doing, and she's obnoxious and stupid. And so, and also she's selling food, and people, so like, here's the thing is like, you want to go and sell something like, some fucking bullshit, who cares? But whenever you're talking about food, now we're talking about people's health. Now we're talking about things that people put in their body. So it's a whole different level of accountability and expectations with that. So it's their well-being, right? And so that's the reason why people are overly critical about this. If she was selling fucking like cat ears or something like that, nobody'd be giving a fuck about this. Nobody would care. But you gonna talk about food, that's a whole different situation. Yeah. Even Belle Delphine said her bathwater wasn't for consumption. Well, that probably didn't stop anyone. But yeah, definitely. KFC, McDonald's, other restaurants sell poison and junk food all the time, but nobody's complaining. So, like, you want to talk about KFC and McDonald's being poison or junk food? What the fuck do you think this is? This is something that's on a whole other level. Like, you think that's poison? Bro, this is like straight up fucking science. It's like a nuclear bomb. I have a bomb! I have a bomb! I have a bomb! I have a bomb! Hopefully he'll get kicked out.
Vegan Booty is often called the vegan teacher's daughter. She thinks walking your dog is animal abuse, has been on the news for calling horses slaves, and believes it's okay fighting butchers, service workers, and even children at their birthday party. The government has banned her from living in her hometown, and her
W. Fucking W. Nice.
First viral video will start to show you why. The event scene behind her is the Million Paws Walk, where families meet to walk their dogs together and help raise funds for animals in need. Well, Vegan Booty called the event
the most violent thing that you could ever participate in.
Protest.
Really? That's the worst one? What about like I don't know, like 9/11?
Family dinner.
I don't know, like I feel like that's kind of worse. I mean, if you put the two and two together, like the Holocaust, yeah, like there's a lot of things that are worse than this.
Why do vegans have to tell everybody to go vegan? Like, if you're such a healthy vegan, then fucking they'd know, but you're obviously not. Such a bad stereotype on vegans, because vegan should be more like plant-based or something healthier, because vegan means it could be honestly sometimes being vegan could be worse than eating meat.
Every animal should be treated the way that dogs are.
Why would you love?
I agree with
this. Oh boy.
I'd eat a dog. And I could have a cow as a pet, sure. They're not that good. Yeah, that's why we don't eat dogs.
You love one, but pay for the suffering and abuse of other animals. Pigs are in fact more intelligent than dogs.
Hypocritically, however, Vegan Booty owned a dog herself, which she tied to a leash and used it to pull her while she skated. It's pretty funny how you're protesting, yet you have a dog pulling you. Pretty hypocritical, and the hypocrisy didn't stop there. Because Vegan Booty then showed up at a charity football match, disrupting 35,000 spectators because she thought her cause was way more important. In a satisfying turn of events,
remember what I said before about how almost all of this stuff is performative? This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is exactly it, man. This is it. Yep. Attention whores? Absolutely.
Yep.
Not even a question.
She was fined $1,800 for the stunt, yet this wasn't too expensive for the exposure it provided.
Would you do it all again? Yes, 100%.
However, at around the same time...
Of course she would, because she's getting attention for it. That's the reason why she's doing it. She's doing it for attention. If you banned this girl off social media, she'd stop doing this.
Isaac Butterfield was going viral for his anti-vegan videos, featuring Tash in the worst vegans on TikTok.
Why is your name Vegan Booty when you're running around with that? Change your name to Vegan Pancake Ass and let us all get on with our lives.
This gave Tash a chance to respond, although she was met with a brutal dislike ratio, as Isaac's audience offered their very first downvote.
Wow.
It therefore slammed Vegan Booty again.
Meat's amazing, it's delicious.
Puts the quotes, bro. He puts the quotes. Oh my god.
And guess what, bitch? I'm gonna have a big dirty steak for dinner. I hope you enjoy your broccoli, you tiny little child.
Yet with comments such as who else came from Isaac's channel, this was only helping Vegan Booty grow. She'd use her newly found fame to launch a vegan clothing company, spoofing the Anti-Social Social Club to instead read Anti-Animal Cruelty Club. Well,
okay.
Isaac then launched his own anti-vegan social club, leading Vegan Booty to...
Bro, this guy.
Bro, trolling her to the next extent.
This fucking guy.
Oh, man, what a legend.
God.
Call in heavy reinforcements. She discusses Isaac Butterfield's anti-vegan club, responsible for this vegan phobia, with no one other...
I think it is. I think that a lot of people don't like vegans because there is a degree of sanctimoniousness, and people don't like being judged or told what to do. There are a lot of vegans,
why the
and
fuck?
I'm gonna...
Why the fuck are vegans telling me what to do? Like, Man, I'm not even vegan because I eat plant-based.
I even go as far to say that the vast majority of vegans, 95 to 90% of vegans, you wouldn't know that they're a vegan because that's just the way that they live their life. Now, they might bring it up if you go out to dinner or something. Yeah, of course, right? But in general, most people that are vegans are just people that eat this type of diet, and that's it. It's not a big deal.
Yeah,
however, there is this contingency of them that has this
life. Holy
it's again like the sanctimonious nature, right? Telling other people what to do. In general, don't go around telling other people what to do. And if you do that,
what
they're not
the
gonna
heck?
like you.
Live by example. If you want people to fucking like
literally has
what you
shirts
do,
made that say anti-vegan club.
The pair became so close that they'd call each other family.
Hi, sweetie. How are you? Hello. Hey, mom. How you going?
However, it was obvious Vegan Booty was the crazier of the two. She began...
That's hard to do. That's impressive, bro. Like, that's really... Damn, all right.
Trading supermarkets wearing an animal onesie before standing in the milk section, dissuading shoppers from their purchase. For obvious reasons, staff weren't too happy about this, and even after being ejected, she still yelled outside the store.
Her babies.
Man. I want to say again, I say this every time that one of these performative protesters is getting exposed. There's a reason this woman is doing it here and not in China or in Singapore.
Oh yeah, she'd be fucked if she was in China,
an African country, or in the Middle East. It's because these people don't really care about what they believe in enough to risk anything on it. In fact, they only believe in it because it's beneficial. Do you think this girl would be doing this if the camera was off? No. She's only doing it for attention.
She's basically an OnlyFan.
As a result, Tash was permanently banned from...
now she's talking... See, again, now she's happy because she's got people talking about her.
Australia's two main supermarkets,
Grocer's
yet this
ban,
didn't
meathead.
stop her
Good one.
protests, as Vegan Booty would only get worse. She'd show up at McDonald's in a much more detailed costume, being kicked out not by staff, but instead this time police.
Thank God.
Hilariously, this guy began his own protest, countering her with a legendary song.
Legendary.
Oh god. What a fucking G. Man, that is
idiot.
crazy.
He is so fucking high
my
right
God.
now. Look at him.
In Vegan Booty's
It's nuts, man. Would you be doing
What's
this
with the
if
rain
camera was
boots?
off? Do you want to know what's really sad? Is the answer to that is yes. Yes. If you ask anybody that knows me in real life, the answer has always been yes. I've always been an obnoxious asshole who thinks the world needs to see things the way
With
I
the
do.
bar.
Yep. That's right.
next stunt, she walked into KFC and poured orange paint everywhere while blasting dying animal noises for over 15 minutes. Not gonna lie, but you're incredibly selfish to the people that work at that place. All they're trying to do is do their job. I feel so sorry for the workers, while even other vegans called Vegan Booty out.
I think that the reason why this happens
I mean,
is because
why
this girl
not? Why wouldn't
experiences
they?
no consequences for her bad behavior.
True. She just gets away with whatever the fuck she
And
wants.
that's really the way I see it. Is that like if these stores like tried to pursue, for example, like trespassing charges or some type of like actual accountability, this girl would immediately stop doing this. And I think that they should, by the way. Because she's going in there and harassing their employees, yelling at their customers. And I don't really think she has the right to do that. She doesn't. She's just ruining everything. Like, you don't have the right to just go in there and throw a fit just because you don't like the way people are doing things. That's not the way the world works. So no.
She is giving veganism a bad name.
People wrote about Tasha's public stunts. Instead of promoting vegans, you kind of just embarrassed them, and nothing showed this better than her children's party meltdown. These two horses were clearly very well looked after, and were waiting outside a family festival so kids could take a picture. Well, of course, Vegan Booty somehow thought it was abuse.
I just want to know who the slave owner is. Okay, that's disgusting. This is animal.
You're a slave owner.
She tried and failed.
Exactly. It's crazy how these people don't even... One issue that these people have is that they never see any sort of like correlation between like the values they have and the values other people have, and what the implication would be is if those other people's values were impressed upon them.
True.
To make any decent
They don't
points.
care.
If you were in her position, would you be happy?
That's
Although
the problem.
Vegan Booty wasn't
They
finished
just
there.
don't
She'd then go
care,
into
mate.
the festival to find the horses again, disrupting all photos by making a public announcement.
Innocent beings are no different to our beloved dogs and cats. They look like they're under so much stress.
This awesome dad then quickly stopped their antics.
No photos of my kids, man. Yeah, not taking photos. No, we'll just keep walking that way then. Keep walking that way.
And thankfully police were there to...
Ah, there it is. See? Fucking got him.
Disturbing the peace.
Yep, there's the cops. They take care of it. It's no problem.
Devine. After posting her video to TikTok, Tash again made national news, in which they'd interview the horse's owner.
Meg Freeman owns the pony business. She says she's being bombarded with abuse by vegan protesters. Meg Freeman wants her charged.
They're like terrorists. They're not going to go away.
Well, only 1 week later, Vegan Booty announced, "I'll be going to court on the 13th of May as I received a summons for a restraining order from the owner of Ponies for All Occasions."
Aw, too bad.
Oh, shit.
Those who dislike me are
Figures.
triggered because I've made them realize that they're animal abusers. What I'm
It's just
going...
that you're annoying. Like, it's not that you can... Nobody says you can't say it. You just can't go up to them and yell at them.
through right now isn't a loss. It only means we're winning.
I'm
we'll see about that.
Protester, and I never harass anyone.
I don't even think the vegan teacher is this crazy. This girl is making vegan teacher seem like an angel. At least the vegan teacher didn't have her own number plates, as this made vegan booty foolishly recognizable.
Meat and cheese smeared across her family's car. Vegan activist Tash Peterson says this cruel...
You have been lied to. Watch Dominion. Oh my god. Oh, people put cheese. Oh my god. They're putting meat and cheese on her fucking car.
Joke crosses the line.
People recognized her car, then threw meat bones on her driveway, yet trolls weren't the only people who showed up at her house.
I've woken up once again to the police knocking at my door. So I've been issued with another barring notice.
Controversial vegan activist is banned from every pub in her state after becoming notorious for wild stunts where she screams at innocent families.
Anything that sells alcohol, I'm not allowed into. A penalty of $10,000 applies if I break this barring notice.
The ban had come after another disgusting protest.
You think that is 30,000 shots every hour? Animal abusers! Animal abusers! Animal abusers!
Yet vegan booty was still convinced that she'd done nothing wrong.
Yeah, but she probably didn't go to those places anymore, did she? Yeah. It's exactly right. Yeah, because she wasn't going to get in trouble. That's the reason why. She's schizo? Yeah, of course.
I don't really have a right to freedom of speech here in Australia. It's honestly pretty corrupt.
She has freedom of speech, not freedom of screech.
If you ask me.
Her freedom of speech is just going to a restaurant and screaming like a lunatic about murder. There is a difference between speech and screaming. Your freedom of speech, our freedom to eat meat. Goodbye.
Exactly.
She'd therefore leave Perth and spend a month protesting in Melbourne, but when she tried to fly back home, the government said she couldn't return.
Oops. Yeah, can't go back. That's too bad. I wonder why. Why is it always privileged white women? Because privileged white women have more privileges than any other group in the entire world. And they know that. So they look for ways that they can victimize themselves to like set right their internal guilt. That's the reason why it's always a lot of times privileged white women that do this. Yep.
The Australian police have banned me from entering into my own city. If I choose
It's the same reason, like, another component to this is, like, a lot of them are also attractive. Because, like, that's why a lot of girls that are into, like, crystals and stuff like that are hot. It's because guys are willing to put up with this from a girl that's hot. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is.
to fly home, I could face a 1-year imprisonment.
Her application was rejected based on her statements made in public, and after eventually having the rejection overturned, you will not believe how awful she became. She'd go back to harassing the innocent pony business before trying to ruin the life of a hard-working chef. John Mountain owns Fire Restaurant in northern Perth, where on one unassuming night, a diner made a complaint about the lack of vegan options on the menu and was charged $32 for vegetables. Well, rather than bending the knee, John instead stated it is not a vegan restaurant, and if customers want vegan options, they should go elsewhere.
Very reasonable.
Announcing on their Facebook page, sadly all vegans are now banned from Fire for mental health reasons. We thank you for your understanding.
Fucking got him.
Banned. End of. No more. Never again. God help them.
Everybody loved the chef's bold move. Well, except for one person known as Vegan Booty.
What a surprise.
She showed up at the restaurant not just once but twice, blasting dying animal noises even after being ejected. Having disrupted his business multiple times, the chef understandably lost it, yet still took responsibility for the damage Tash had done.
And I'm sorry to say, Layla, I lost my cool, and I lost my cool because now it's really disrupting my business. And I could see the look on my customers' faces, my staff, they were all...
And that's what happens when the police aren't there. You see what happens? Like, that's whenever things get violent. That's why you need the police there to make sure that this stuff gets resolved. Because in every other one of these situations, there was never any violence or frustration at all because the police were there to make sure that this happened. The police did jack shit? No. The police didn't need to do jack shit because the people knew that if you fuck around like this around the police, you're going to get shut down.
A little scared and a bit nervous, and I stormed out.
Sadly for Vegan Booty, however, her activism exploded the restaurant's popularity.
So far as my business is concerned, I've trebled my income. I'm now, in her words, having to murder more animals because of their actions.
Unfortunately, there was a bit of a trade-off.
I lost my partner because of this. I thought I was going to marry this woman, and she just couldn't handle the amount of attention. She's a very private person.
Yet this wasn't the only marriage that Tash's TikToks ruined. Her next target was, get this, the Bicton Veterinary Clinic.
Man, privileged, attractive white women looking for a way to nail themselves up on a cross. That's what it is. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it. It's so fucking obvious. She isn't very attractive. She's above half. Go to Walmart and tell me that. Just go to Walmart.
Business literally designed to help unwell animals, and Vegan Booty lost it over budgies out the front.
You're the type of vets that eat your own patients, are you?
Yeah, I do eat meat, but I don't eat dogs and I don't eat cats, and I don't appreciate you pushing your agenda on my personal...
I don't appreciate you enslaving animals.
I have a dog in a cage out the back at the moment receiving treatment. Am I enslaving it?
Although it seems for the first time...
What a silly thing for that vet to do. The vet actually thought that you could engage a crazy bitch with logic. That's not going to work. You're not going to get her to be like, oh, wait a minute. You know what? Now that I think about this, what you're saying makes sense now.
Vegan Booty is actually facing consequences. Defamation action against Miss Tash Peterson, 17,700 raised. The vet was announcing, we are launching a civil action in the Supreme Court of Western Australia, which has conveniently been running over the last 2 months. The trial has revealed that Vegan Booty hasn't only falsified her taxable income, but she's also been able to ruin another marriage.
She earned more than $400,000. Who the fuck is giving her money? Well, I guess other crazy people.
Taxable income, but she's also been able to ruin another marriage. This might explain why Fi is also suing Tash.
This is going to teach her a lesson. If she's fined that amount of money, she's going to think twice.
And while she's always stated,
I actually measure my own success by the amount of haters and criticism that I have.
It seems penalty after penalty.
Well, I don't think she's ever going to be as successful as Osama bin Laden. So she should just pack it up. I mean, that guy was one of the most successful people, ever. I mean, think about that.
Is finally taking its toll. Her public nuisance stunts are becoming far less frequent, as most of her content now focuses on street interviews.
Do you have a moral justification for animal abuse?
Yummy.
Vegan Booty will likely never change.
Yeah, there it is.
But maybe she's reached a decent middle ground that's respectful not just to animals, but people's lives as well.
Yeah, I think she's got no problem going around interviewing people as long as she's not being abusive or anything like that. Yummy? Yeah, that's just the way it is, right? I mean, I think this kind of stuff is, it's very common. And I think that the reason why, again, is that these people, they do this because they live such boring, privileged lives that they need to find a cause to make themselves, it's like to alleviate themselves of the guilt of their life. That's the real reason. It's not about veganism or any other issue. It's something that's internal. If you want to figure out why most people are protesters for certain issues and why people care a lot about a certain issue, stop thinking about the issue and start thinking about them. And you will find the reason why they actually do certain things. Why does vegan teacher's arm look so skinny? She looks fine. I mean, she's very skinny, but she seems like she's relatively healthy. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think that's fine. It's a non-issue. Yeah, that's fine. She looks fit. Yeah, she does. No meat? Yeah, I guess so. It's a lack of purpose mixed with daddy issues. Yeah, I think it's a lack of purpose as well, too. Where do you draw the line? You can't eat insects either because they're alive. Well, new studies show plants feel pain, so can we eat plants? The reason why these people care about eating animals is because they think animals are cute. That's the reason why. There's an emotional attachment to it. That's why the people that complain about eating animals mainly complain about eating the cute animals. Now, plants aren't cute in the same way that animals are, so there's not as much negativity for them. Like, that's why, for example, people eat fish but not red meat. Well, a cow is cuter than a fish is, generally, for most people, and so that's the real reason. Yeah, I mean, that's what I think, at least. The real reason is that it gets them the most support and others to give them money. I think it's just hypocrisy. Well, like, but you can say it's hypocrisy. This is great. I hate these people, by the way. And this is a great video, though. Just say potatoes aren't cute. No, I don't think so, man. This video, make sure to give it a like. That was a good one. No, the fundamental issue and moral debate is about animals are horrifically cared for and handled, which I agree with, but the extremism is ridiculous. Yeah, it's bad that people treat animals bad, but like, let's really ask the question. Like, everybody is like, oh, that's bad. Would you want to pay double for the animals to be treated the right way? Because I don't. No. No, and so that's the bottom line. Yeah, yes, and if you do, I think that, yeah, then go ahead and buy food that's ethically sourced. I think that there's a lot of options for that, but just don't make it to where everybody has to do it. If animals cost double, poor people would starve. Do you hate poor humans over animals? Well, this is what I was saying before about how these are viewpoints. You know, it's like the luxury beliefs. All of these viewpoints, again, are by privileged white women that live in first world countries. There's a reason. You don't see people doing this in, like, poor countries. Fuck no. No, they're trying to stay alive. These are issues that people create because they have no purpose in their own life. Imagine real problems? They can't. That's why they create their own. Yeah, you still eat $2 steaks? Well, I mean, yeah, I like them. They taste good. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if I didn't like eating them, I wouldn't eat them. There it is. They just want attention. They do. They want attention, and that's all they care about. Most people can't afford to. They're buying a big family a meal for the week, and they're being yelled at for eating meat, for being too poor to buy ethical products. That's because the one thing that a lot of people that are in the upper middle class hate, do you know what they hate more than almost anything else? Poor people. Because they know they're like 6 months or a couple of years away from being in that position, but they've convinced themselves that they're better than this person, like mentally or spiritually or morally, because they're in a better position. So they have to find ways that poor people are beneath them because they don't want to come to terms with the fact that the only reason why they're different is because maybe they got lucky or they have a better degree. That's the reason. Yeah, that and people that are richer than themselves. No, but they don't hate people that have more money than them because they want to be that person. They really hate poor people because poor people oftentimes remind them that that could be you. That's the reason why I think it happens. Do you think this lack of purpose is a modern problem because we've switched away from just surviving to relative affluence, so now our brains got all this free time because we don't have to run from bears? You are 100% right. Absolutely. And I know this from myself. Anytime that things are really bad, I am usually the most at ease. Like, for example, when we had the like a big snowstorm and you couldn't drive around anywhere, I felt extremely relaxed and very calm. And the reason why is that whenever you're worried about staying alive, you don't have time to contemplate existential problems. So there's a certain calmness and a certain type of like acuity that high stress situations provide that take you out of the frame of thinking about existential problems. They make you think about being a person and being a human and solving your immediate problem. And most people can solve those problems. I actually think that this is always the weirdest thing on YouTube is people that have like their kids in the videos all the time. I just feel like doing that, it's such a recipe for problems. You know?
Kids sleeping on the floor, pets held in tiny cages, and this entire bathroom for a family of 5. Add some teenagers who can't fit, children calling their beds coffins, and you're still just scratching the surface of the worst van life TikTokers. Take for example,
I bet there's plenty of people that do this and they have like, I remember my mom said that they lived in a trailer for a while when they were like going around in like the fucking 60s or 50s or something like this, and they had the same situation. They weren't doing this for TikTok then, right? So I don't know if this is really a TikTok problem. I think this is just a problem with people that have this lifestyle.
Example, Red, White, and Bethune. They gained 11.4 million views by showing how terribly unspacious their kids' beds were. This should be illegal. Those kids are gonna suffer in that space, man. To make matters worse, the beds had rock climbing holds instead of a ladder, which their daughter almost fell from whilst trying to show they were easy to use.
So Molly's gonna demonstrate getting in the box and show you just how easy it is.
How will they get down in the middle of the night?
Bro, so they gotta play Fall Guys to go to bed? That's crazy. Who the fuck does that? Why?
To keep the original skin, you go just fabricate.
When it's dark and they want to use the restroom urgently, what if they fall and hit their head? These so-called bunk beds were actually just shelves, yet the family still defended them as being spacious. At the same time, get this, the parents have a king-size bed.
The reason why we put a king-size bed in our bus is because it's our lounging area.
As well as a massive desk for editing TikToks, forcing the kids to do their schoolwork on a tiny kitchen table. If they don't help out with the van, the kids are punished publicly.
Last night, Molly chose not to do her chores. And if our kids don't do their chores, they have consequences.
Which the parents still defended even after heavy criticism.
Yes, our kids have consequences. Yes, if they don't do the chores, they're gonna have to pay.
And to the trolls, keep on talking shit, and I'm gonna keep on posting. See you guys on your For You page.
But wait, it's still...
This is so weird, bro. Because, like, at the beginning, I was kind of, like, on their side, where it was like, maybe they're just down bad for money and they're doing the best they can. But, like, recording the kids, like, this is just like, what the fuck? Who does this? Like, there's a big part of me where it's like, I feel like and the thing is, if you think about traditional entertainment, how many people had, like, bad experiences as, like, child actors? Like, you know, in Nickelodeon, for example, there was, like, that weird guy. And so, and probably other ones that we don't know about with other studios, etc. And so it's like, at least in situations like that, people have at least some degree of like help. But if this is your family, man, like this sucks. This is weird, man. Amanda Bynes' story hits different now. Yeah, exactly. It's just bad. It's not my problem. Yeah, I get it, right? It's just like, yeah, to me, it sucks, yeah.
Gets worse. Everything we've shown so far is in this bus here, yet they also have a van to take on holidays, which has even less space than the bus.
Come take a peek inside and see what we've done.
The van doesn't have a bed for everyone, meaning one of the kids sleeps on this leather chair. Maybe there'd be a bit more space if they didn't own 4 massive dogs, which are shoved in a tiny cage below the bed, yet they still have more space than the toilet.
Bro, this is like the place. This is like where they put El Chapo. What the bro, this is some fucking maximum security prison shit. This is insane.
Covered by nothing but a thin fabric sheet and sits right in the middle of where
that's where they found
lives.
Saddam Hussein.
They call the vehicle their vancation home, meaning when the kids get tired of living in the first van, they're blessed with a trip in an even smaller one. Family of Nomads doesn't have this problem. In fact, they first went viral.
Jesus, man, that's crazy. I think that this is probably an issue with any lifestyle content. Like, so for example, I bet it's like any sort of lifestyle where it's like the parents are really into living a certain way. I bet probably all of those have situations where there's like friction between them and the kids because the kids don't want to choose that lifestyle. I bet like whether it's like travel, sports, cooking, anything like that, I bet it's always like this with every single one of them. Like off-grid, yeah.
For how much space they had, leading to comments such as, "I don't understand why y'all don't just buy an apartment. It's way cheaper than this." People came to their defense stating, "There is literally no reason to be mad at this, except for maybe how their kids were living." They'd show their room in this TikTok, with the most notable part being that their eldest Addison was a 15-year-old teenager. You should ask your daughter how she feels that she has no privacy. At an age like hers, I'm sure she wants her privacy. Addison hates you. Just because this RV is nice and there's room for their clothes, it's no way to live.
Now, I'm going to be real. I think that these girls are right. I do. I think that they are right. I bet Addison fucking hates it. Yeah, straight up. Like, if I had to live like that, I'd be out of my fucking mind. Now, it's not my position, right? Like, I'm not the kind of person that's going to be a commenter and like, oh, you need to do this with your kids. You do whatever the fuck you want. It's not my problem. But like, if you want to ask my opinion, then yeah, it's probably true. Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure the teenager would love to have privacy.
Of course.
Get her a curtain or something. Well, the family did exactly this.
We did install these curtains over each of their bunks so they have a little bit of privacy.
But it was still just one of many other problems. The kids were in a homeschool program, yet it's...
I have another opinion about this, is that I think a lot of the people that try to put their kids into like lifestyles like this are probably fucking weird. Like, there's probably something wrong with them. And it's not like this person is normal except for like this one little thing. So like, you're gonna see a lot of these like kind of weird quirks, you could say, because of that issue. It's definitely a parent's job to realize and organize that she has her time. Even in prison, we understood that. Yeah, but the thing is, the parents don't understand that. And like, there's a lot of parents who are probably like, well, why do you need privacy? We're your family, etc. Like, I remember I had there's a girlfriend I had, and she said that she didn't want me to have any alone time. And I remember, like, I broke up with her, and, like, that was one of the reasons why. Actually, she broke up with me, but, like, I didn't even, like, I was not even trying to have a conversation about this. I was just like, and that's toxic, right? It is toxic, but, like, and it was driving me crazy. People talk like that. And so I think that people just don't understand it, right? Alone time? Yeah, exactly. I would say, like, most people that probably post their kids all over social media, there's, like, probably issues.
Seemed most of their education was just walking through national parks where the parents thought they'd learn about life.
Our lives are one gigantic field trip, and so a lot of what the kids do is by learning from experience. So, for example...
Yeah, there's no way that they're vaccinated. There's no way those kids are vaccinated. I feel like this is a 0% chance. Yeah, bro, like, whooping cough would take out that whole van. Easily. Tuberculosis, done.
Today we went to a national park
Polio,
and we completed the junior ranger program.
Nobody gonna be able to drive.
It's incredibly educational. They're learning history from visiting different places around the country, and days that we are not going out exploring, they do a traditional homeschool curriculum, and then the days that we're exploring, we still count those as school as well.
So they just learn US history? Lol, when they go to college, they'll be in for a shock. Oof, that's scary. There's a reason schools aren't one giant field trip, and this is a very good point. Schools are for more than simply learning subjects. They help build social circles and prepare kids for a disciplined way of life. But
I know a lot of people have negative viewpoints on schools, but if I had a kid, I would send him to a public school, or her to a public school, a normal public school, because you would need to learn how to interact. These are the people you're going to deal with in your life. And if you can't get along with people that aren't like you, it will ruin your life. That's it. No private school. Like, oh, she's going to get a better education. It doesn't matter how smart you are if you don't know how to talk to somebody.
Both of which are neglected when strolling around the country. But the kids did have other challenges, like cleaning out the rat cage that stunk out the van.
We live in a camper and our 3 kids have 3 pet rats.
Why would you have a pet rat? That's
Absolutely lying
disgusting.
to you if I said that it does not smell bad.
It's disgusting.
Usually
Why would
it's
you
the
have
kids'
that?
job to clean the rat cage, but about once every month or two, my husband and I will clean it. And it just gets really gross.
As well as collecting firewood, as seen in Addison's day in the life. Yet people were still convinced she's gonna run away at 16. Yet the mother went on to state, I honestly don't know a single unhappy RV kid. She'd even post the following.
Yeah, a lot of parents think that because the kids don't want to tell the parents that kind of stuff. But like, a lot of times whenever my parents would put something on me that I didn't want to do, I would fucking hate it. Like, I would hate it so much, but like, I would just have to deal with it. I would just deal with it. And that's just the way it is.
TikTok to try and convince the audience.
A lot of people ask us if the kids actually enjoy traveling full time and living in the camper, and I will have to say that while we were at the RV show in Tampa this week, Grace and Addison both went around and looked at campers because their plan is when they move out, they want to live in a camper together and travel the country.
Until another video told a different story.
Addison has struggled with their mental health for many years. Addison is currently back in treatment and won't be in her content during this time. To protect Addison during this time.
It's like there's a big part of me that thinks that maybe you shouldn't have kid content on YouTube. I just think that there's too many risks. There's too many risks and too much opportunity for abuse. And it's really hard for me to say like whether this is actually something that should happen or not. Because it's like people can express themselves in a certain way. But one thing I would say is that I think that with a lot of these family channels, the way that they behave really makes me uncomfortable. And I think that doing it online enables a type of behavior that I think is detrimental to the kids. And so maybe I wouldn't say it should be against the law, but I wish nobody would do this. It's like it's not normal. No, it's not. It's not normal to live in a van and drive around the world. Like, it's fucking weird. Like, what are you talking about? Exploitive, performative, gross. Yeah, it's just like, I'm not about it. What's this moth? To get the fuck out of here, bitch. Get out of here, bitch. Fuck you. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I think. Is that it's just, I bet a lot of the parent, because like if you spend this much time around somebody, like it'll really fuck with your head. But we also don't know what's wrong with this girl, right? Same here, especially on other platforms. That some parents practically groom their kids to be on OnlyFans. That's a bridge too far for me to say that. But I think that some of the parents probably do take it too far with like how open they are. It's probably worse for the child than anything else. Yeah.
We would like to ask for privacy on this matter.
Perhaps the daughter was unhappy for a totally different reason, yet there was still more evidence that she despised the van.
For Addison's 15th birthday, the only thing they wanted was to go to a hotel.
The video has since been deleted, although after arriving at their hotel, twice Addison mentions liking doors in the video, a hint at them having less privacy in the camper. With conflicting messages about Addison's happiness, people commented, I can't wait for this gen of van kids to grow up and share their thoughts with the world, although this had happened much.
Yeah, this always just happens. Like, it's parents with like these weird lifestyles that try to force them on their kids. That's really what it is, whether it's being in a van, being super religious. Let's see, what are some other weird lifestyles? Like having a bunch of like weird animals. Like, let's see. Vegans, vegan parents, political parents, super political parents, off-grid, like every single one of these I think is all the same. I think they're all the same. The trans kids, I don't know if that's really, that is like, I mean, the parents are trans and they make the kid trans. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's probably grooming or some shit, right? But like, if it's not, I would be surprised. But I think that for the other cases, it's like a lifestyle for this fucking moth, bro. I'm so sick of this bitch. The fuck out of here. I think it's a situation where it's like any of these lifestyles, most of the time, if the parents are pushing them on the kid, it means that the parent doesn't really care about the kid. They care about the kid in like a way that like, I want this kid to live the life that I lived, right? Because this is a big problem that I think a lot of people that are parents have, is that they don't view the kid as a separate person. They view it as them. So they try to do what they would want for the kid. And so like whenever I was a little kid, my mom and dad would do this, but like they quickly learned that what they liked, I didn't like, and they respected that a lot. And so it was like, you know, my dad would be like, well, this is something I like doing. You don't like doing it. So you're going to do what you're going to do. Right. And like, that's what happens. And I think that also if you have a kid and you try to push the kid into doing the thing that you want them to do, they're just going to hate you for it. They're going to hate you for it. And I think they should. Because you didn't treat them like a person. You didn't treat them like, because even if you're 11 years old, you know what you like. You know what you don't like. And if you keep getting pushed 15 years old, like you know what you enjoy. So if somebody keeps trying to push you into that situation, keep trying to take you out of what you're comfortable with, keep trying to make you live a life you don't want to live, oh my God. Of course they're going to hate you for it.
Sooner than expected. On the r/offmychest subreddit, an anonymous account made the following post. I'm a teen in a full-time RV living vlogging family, and I can't stand it. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate being homeschooled. I hate not being able to maintain a social life. I hate having so little privacy. I hate having to pretend to be happy with this. We travel full-time. I know, it sounds like a dream.
No, it doesn't. It sounds like it's a fucking nightmare, yeah.
So too, but it's an effing nightmare. I just want a private, normal life, but no. They had to ruin it with their crunchy way of parenting. It's all fake, by the way. Not what I meant when I said I wanted to take up acting.
See, I don't think my parents care about my happiness. As long as I look the part and smile for the camera, they couldn't give less of a fuck how I feel. They guilt trip. Yeah, see, that's the thing, right? It's the guilt tripping, right? It's the emotional manipulation. Nah, parents that do this are just bad parents. Like, that's it. That's what it is. Like, it's just that simple. To be fair, this anonymous message could just be an impersonation to make the point. Yeah, I think you're right about that, too. But it's also, like, how many of you guys were in a situation like this with your parents that they were trying to push you to do something that you didn't want to do? And the more that, then if you said, like, I don't like this, then, like, you have some sort of, like, guilt trip for it, or, like, maybe with a girlfriend or something like that. Everything, like, a lot of you guys have had this thing happen, right? And so, like, is it really that unheard of that this thing that we can all relate to isn't happening? Like, come on. I'm not defending parents, but it's normal for kids to hate their house at some point. I don't know. Like, I mean, I remember growing up, like, you know, it was, you know, we were happy with this house. Everybody was happy here. You know, Zach's grandma's house, everything was fine. That's the family home. And everything, there were no problems. So no, I don't think that's normal. Yeah.
I'm frustrated all the time, I'm tired all the time, I'm bored all the time. Please stop supporting these channels. Stop buying into it. It's ruined my life and I can't say anything about it.
The channel didn't ruin your life, the parents did. It's the parents that don't give a fuck about you and just do it for attention and their own self-indulgence. They ruined your life. The channel didn't do it.
Since the
They'd have ruined your life without the channel.
I'm between 15 and 17 years old, and they were the oldest of 3 siblings, hinting it was Addison from Family of Nomads. Exactly who the poster was has never been confirmed, yet only a couple of months later, the family announced they were instead buying a house. Family of Nomads recently quit van life. Their kids seemed the happiest they'd ever been, while the parents were in tears as the RV was stored away. The eldest daughter has since vanished from the videos, with an unrelated comment summarizing—
Is that who cries like that? Like, you a grown-ass woman. Like, what are you doing crying like that? Like, if you didn't want to have to get rid of that, you shouldn't have had kids. You shouldn't have some weird fucking lifestyle and then cry that your kids don't like it. Like, how selfish. It's insane.
what van life like for kids. RV kid here. Let me tell you, RV is hell for children.
Yeah.
I've been living in a camper with
my mom was in an RV. They lived in an RV whenever like they were like real young, and like, so just a bit of lore. Like, my grandfather was a cartographer because he was like a pilot, and so they would fly around and do cartography, right? And so, and also, like, his mom, you know, or like, not his mom, sorry, like her mom, like my grandma, helped him do it. And so they would drive around in an RV, and my mom fucking hated it too. Yeah, and that's even like in the 1950s. 70 years ago.
And parents, and these past 2 years have been an absolute detriment to my mental health. Yes, it's an amazing opportunity I've been given to have seen all the places that I have, but I cannot recall a single positive experience anywhere I've been.
Yeah, of course.
I receive little to no education, and I'm scared I won't be able to pass my GED. I'll probably be repeating high school once I turn 18. The Happy Caravan, however, clearly ignored this warning.
Family of 13? You got 13 kids? What's that, a clown car? You know, like, you got a little Honda Civic and 18 clowns pop out the car, and it's like, how'd they get in there? But this is what they do for their life?
Their life as a family
That's in a
of
carnival.
12, and were mostly liked by the audience until revealing they lived in a tiny apartment. Is that legal, having so many in a 2-bedroom? Why would you make the choice to have a family of 12 but not be able to provide them sufficient room/space, although their holiday setup was somehow even worse? They'd fit the entire family into one single Airstream, gaining 12 million views by showing how they slept. The 3 daughters were on a table converted to a bed, while another 2 slept below their brother, who was sleeping in a bunk. A different brother slept on the couch, the baby in its cot, and of course
See, like, how many of you guys did this? Like, let's say you're doing a road trip, you go out camping with the boys, and like you're 19, and like you do this for a weekend.
So using it, loving it, problem.
I did this. Fuck, we have 5 people sleeping on my bed too. And I tell you another thing, is that day after they left, I would be like, thank God, bro. Oh my God, that shit was so annoying. Like, cause it's so, you can never sleep, man. Like, people waking you up, they're kicking you all the time. It's so bad. Cramps all over. Yeah, you can't really roll over because then you hit somebody. It's bad. Like, cause I've been in situations like this myself.
Your parents had their own massive bed. So what about the last 2 kids? Well, they got to sleep directly on the hardwood, described as not perfect but more comfy than a tent. You have 2 kids sleeping on the floor just for vacation, and we mix it up. In our YouTube video, Dad is on the floor, which by doing some digging was seemingly true. Hilariously, after being criticized, the parents magically found Enoch a blow-up mat in—
Enoch, bro, they're religious freaks. That's what it is. They're religion freaks. That's what you see that now. It's a religion. Yeah, I see. See, what I tell y'all, whenever you find one brand of crazy, it's always going to be 3 or 5. Yeah, very biblical. Exactly. And good old, now, see, you see a name like this, if you meet a dude with a name Enoch, you just say sorry. Just say, I'm sorry that you had to deal with that growing up. Man.
The closet, but for the most part the family isn't all that bad, especially compared to wild family life. They've been called the most hated van life family on TikTok, mainly for their bizarre family dynamic.
Wait, what did it say? Our patchwork travel family, we made it together in this TikTok? Okay.
The page is run by mother Nadine, who lives in a van with her 3 kids, along with both her ex-husband and her new boyfriend, who she
oh my God.
refers to as a homeless junkie she met on the streets. According to her TikToks, they're not polygamous but live together in harmony, being able to do so because they have the biggest front yard. The criticism, however, always extends to the kids. They call their education program homeschooling, world school.
I wonder how much y'all, you think you asked that kid, that like teenage girl, what 5 times 5 is.
Fucking everybody on the Epstein fucking 12, just give them that.
Yeah, it's gonna be 27. Yeah, it's gonna be 55. Yeah.
Travel schooling, adding they help whenever necessary, but they don't follow any official program.
Technically, I don't follow any curriculum, but we have this app my kids learning with. They set their times each day. They do that by themselves. There's nothing I have to do.
That's convenient. Help Them If Needed explains everything. Doomed to fail. They'd respond to the hate with the world's most hippie message.
The only way to deal with an unfree world is to become so absolutely free that your very existence is an act of rebellion.
Adding their kids are extremely...
Let them go to school and let them have a normal childhood. You'll destroy their lives. Well, here's the thing. I mean, like, the parents are going to do what they're going to do, right? And this is the thing. I mean, it's your kid. But... I mean, she only think about her? Of course she only thinks about herself, bro. She's getting double teamed by 2 dudes in a van with her kids in it. Yeah.
He's right in front of her face.
Dude, what do you mean? Of course, that's all she does. Yeah, she a freak. That poor kid. Yeah, what the fuck?
Satisfied with the life that they're living.
People think, oh, poor children, but trust me, my children, they wake up with a smile in their face. They go to bed with a smile in their face.
Yet it's perfect to finish with this comment here. When I was a child, I would have been very happy to eat nothing but candy and potato chips all day. But my mother did not let me because she knew better. It's a parent's job to do what's best for their children, not just what makes them happy.
I don't even believe that they're happy. That's the funny thing about it. I don't even think that they're happy about this. I think that they have to act like they're happy because their parents are psychotic religious people that will hate them if they complain. That's the reason why I think it happens. Yeah, fake smile, everything like that. I feel like there's incest in the family. That's too much, bro. Like, stop, bro. Happy is a bullshit thing. I'm just saying, like, they're not content. They don't have friends. Like, if you have people like this that are parents, like, I've never known somebody who had parents that tried to force them into a weird lifestyle that didn't grow up to resent their family. Like, I would give some examples, but I don't want to get it. I don't want to have it, put people's information out there. Because, I'm sure some of them probably see the stream or whatever. But I'll tell you one thing is that nowadays that after that happened, every person that I know that's in that situation doesn't even live in the same state as their parents. Not even the same state, bro. Like, yeah, because nobody wants to have anything to do with it. Right, so she has 2 guys. I don't know what the fuck this. Like, I mean, I don't know. She wants. It's not my problem, right? Yeah, I don't know. My friends would never come to my house, and now I live on the other side of the country. Yeah. I mean, 13 people taking shits in the same van. Yeah. Your parents didn't teach you to take a bath regularly? They tried. I just didn't do it. Yeah, that's it. I feel like these idiots want to emulate Captain Falcon, but the father was a PhD in that story, and they realized they needed the stability of a home. Well, I don't think that these parents want to do anything. I think that they just want to do what makes them feel good. That's what it's all about for them. They want to do what makes them feel good, and they, like, enjoy doing, and that's the life that they want to live. They're thinking about themselves, what makes them feel good, their lifestyle, and making sure that their kids are able to appreciate their lifestyle. That's the real reason. And, like, again, it's the same thing. Like, I mean, I do have a viewpoint where it's like, I do think that content for, like, family content on YouTube is a net negative. I'm not saying it should get banned, but, like, I can have that opinion, right? Like, I do think it's a net negative because it just creates too many incentives that are unhealthy and immoral. Selfish parents will eat their children's potential. They sure will, man. That's because people don't view their kids as a real person. They view the kid as like, again, it's like a smaller version of themselves. It's not you, bro. Like, it's somebody that's kind of like you, maybe, right? But like, it's not you. It's an accessory. Yeah, exactly. There's been a big, like, kind of shift of a lot of people trying to basically just pretend to be rich. Like, it's just it's so weird.
This is my morning routine. I'm currently waking up at 5:30. I'm reading the 5 a.m. club, so this inspires me to do this. Then have some electrolytes, get hydrated as soon as possible. And I turn my sauna on, write down my dark thoughts.
5 a.m. club, holy shit. It has changed my life.
Being part of the 5 a.m. club has changed my life. See, I've always been more of a night owl, with my most productive moments being during the afternoon until late at night. But now that I started setting my alarm at 5 a.m., I wake up so tired and pissed off that every time of day feels like the late afternoon. First thing I do is watch my favorite YouTube video.
Am I the only person that, like, waking up, so it doesn't really matter when you wake up, it matters also when you go to bed. Like, as long as you get 8 hours and you're waking up before you have to, like, do something, then I feel like it doesn't really matter if you're waking up at 5 a.m. or 9 a.m. or 1 p.m. It shouldn't matter at all. Like, what this is like, it's like such a weird flex about how early you wake up in the day. What the fuck?
While talking with the voices in my head that came from sleep deprivation. Then, by 6:30, after my second alarm, since I fell asleep again, I finally gathered the strength to stop snoozing and get coffee brewing. At 7, my brain is finally able to process information, so I start watching my favorite influencer.
There you go.
Wait a second. That clock says 7:15. You're telling me
So nobody caught this because nobody can read clocks. And she just posted it because she probably couldn't read the clock either. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Wow.
You're telling me influencer number 12,752 is lying to me?
Imagine that.
What the Hey, my bowl of cereal, is it just me, or are influencers making life way too complicated? Just last week, I've had 37 different influencers in my feed, each telling me how to live, how to become happy and successful.
If you want to be successful at a young age, you have to be really intentional with your goals.
You have to be a literal rat. You have to be a bitch.
You're only depressed when you have time to be depressed.
I don't know if I'm the only one, but while at first constantly being exposed—
Oh my god. I just, like, these people, what a rat. It's just like a lot of the, like, advice that people like that give, there's like an element of truth to it where it's like you can't be depressed if you're like stressed out and worried about 50 other things. Or like, let's say there is a crocodile that's desperately trying to run after you to eat you. You're probably not going to be depressed while you're running away from the crocodile. That's probably true, because you're going to, yeah, it's good. Yeah, or Mudang in a few years, exactly. Burn yourself out instead? Yeah, clearly.
To people who are seemingly more successful than I am, telling me what to do, was at first just making me feel bad about my own shortcomings. Right. It's now getting to a point that it's just driving me insane. With all their different rules and all their different lifestyles, most of them conflict.
Why you should work night shift? Why I tell my patients if they work night shifts, they're increased risk of psoriasis? Oh god.
Thing with one another, but you still need to implement all of them. Otherwise, you'll go through life feeling miserable, according to them.
You're only depressed when you have time to be depressed.
But honestly, their lifestyle tips are just getting stupid.
I never do dishes. Why would I waste my time cleaning dishes?
Overconsumption is
no, bro. This guy is he is like, just the way he's talking. I think that he's farming. I do. I think he's farming. There's not like, yeah, that's not, it gets you. I think he's just bullshitting, because that's clearly a dish you're gonna have to wash. Like, and also, by the way, I do the same thing. I only use paper plates and plastic forks.
Cleaning dishes.
Overconsumption is not at all problematic and will make you happy, so—
Overconsumption core? I love how, like, I guess it's like a Gen Z thing or like a younger millennial thing where it's like now what we're going to do is we're going to create new vocabulary that makes the retarded mental disorders that we have seem like they're cool, quirky personality traits. So instead of being addicted to shopping or being bad with money, now I'm overconsumption core. You know, like now I'm not hoarding. Yeah. Like, it's just, it's so fucking annoying. Yeah, I'm not materialistic. I'm overconsumption core. Nuts.
Spend $5,000 a month on skincare. Buy this useless product.
You find the perfect, what is this here? Perfect pen for your ADHD. What color is that guy's hand? That's funny. That's really funny.
Make sure to stock your entire fridge with about $500 of soda, snacks, and energy drinks. Because I really need my daily intake of Baby Bell cheeses and Gatorade. Yeah, I want the diet of a toddler, or else I'm gonna get cranky. Drink coffee every 3 hours while fitnessing and working.
Grindcore Sunday morning study cardio session featuring Black
on a Sunday to stay on that grind set. Get up at 5 a.m. every single day, including weekends, so you can spend 3 hours on cleaning, making coffee and fitness all alone by yourself, just so you can start working at 8 or 9 a.m. and get off at 5 p.m. like everybody else except
See, like for me, I wake up usually and I'll usually lay in bed for like an hour and like catch up with everything that I missed and like, you know, do any sort of like follow-up messages with people. Like I do most of my like business laying in bed. Like at night, and like as soon as I end my stream, I'll go lay in bed and then look at all the messages that I've missed and things people have sent me. It's awesome. Yes, exactly. Like I think that probably 5 out of 5 of the last like business calls I've had, I have not taken a single one not laying down. I've just been laying down the whole time. Yeah, laying in bed. Yeah, exactly. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, who gives a shit?
Everyone else is having fun after work. You're now exhausted and have to get to bed by 8 or 9 p.m. to maintain your recommended 8 to 9 hours sleep schedule that these influencers are also preaching you to do. So stupid. To no one's surprise, most of their lifestyle
have an absolute orgy. Here are my thoughts into my post-workout. The fitness industry has a very good blueberries. What the fuck?
Tips and tricks are just nuggets of pseudo-wisdom.
Here is exactly why you should avoid eating salad for your health.
With no scientific backing that they try to sell as these grandiose keys to success.
Keep those layers coming off.
No, I think he's cooking. I want to hear what he was going to say. I agree with him. I think he's right.
Bit by bit, and you will one day look back and compare your previous letter self to your new letter self. Look at that definition. Look at that definition.
Even though they might seem incredibly stupid, they aren't. Okay, some of them are, but most of them are aware of the fact that what they preach is just over-romanticized bullshit. The 5 a.m. rule, for example, is based on a book, The 5 a.m. Club, written by Robin Sharma, a wise philosopher in the eyes of the lifestyle influencer, and a fraud in those of
fraud, scam artist in sheep's clothing. I mean, yeah, of course, right? I mean, I think people focus so much on trying to get ahead, they don't have enough time to get ahead. I see this all the time where people get so focused on the process and being in the mindset of doing something that they never actually focus on making any meaningful progress. People are just lazy. Yeah. And I think that, well, what I'm saying is like people get involved with the aesthetic of working hard and they stop actually working. I see streamers do this all the time. Streamers will get hyper-focused around streaming for long periods of time. And the problem is that they're like, oh, I'm grinding. Like, yeah, you're grinding, but you shouldn't be. You should be making better content. Like, just more, like, working harder. Working hard is, it's good, but if you're not doing something that's efficient, then you're just wasting your time. Yes, I'll say I'm grinding. Exactly, yeah.
of professional book reviewers. They describe his book as follows. The entire book feels like everything someone who hates self-help books would claim are the worst things about them. What? Cliché, just a ploy to get money from the masses of sheeple. A bunch of obvious material you learned by the time you were 13.
I'm gonna be honest, that is most self-help stuff. It's the obvious things that everybody knows. Wake up early, exercise, eat good food, and don't focus on things that make you mad. Wow. Fucking crazy. Can you believe that? Oh my god.
So, pretty much a manifesto for lifestyle influencers to peddle to their viewers and take all of their money.
This book is freaking trash.
You think these guys actually wake up at 5 every single day because it's some magical key to success? Fuck no! Making you believe they do is their magical key to success. They can't even put in the effort to do it at least once for their TikTok preaching about the 5 a.m. club. This girl tried her best changing the hour on her car dashboard, but the clock at the gym says 7:15. And this guy was caught lying.
Who does this?
Because he lives in Tennessee, where during the months of October, November, which is the time at which he uploaded this reel, there is no sunlight until about 7. Yet he's out at 5:30 and there's already more sunlight than the average day in Belgium.
You can't even be bothered to wake up at 5 a.m. for real one time for a video? Why? Why? Just do it one time and say you do it every day. Like, I mean, you can't even do it once. Like, I easily could assume, like, okay, they do it one day and then they record the video and they say I do this every day, but they don't actually do it every day. These people don't even do it the first time. He looked dead in the camera. It's just like they can go to bed earlier. It's one day.
Oh my god.
It's a scam. What time do you wake up? I usually wake up at 10 to 11, and I usually go to bed around 2 to 3, something like that. That's me, for the most part.
Then have some electrolytes, get hydrated as soon as possible. This has been a game changer for me.
Gee, he's really hammering down on those electrolytes.
Oh, wow.
Might it be because he's secretly sponsored by them? Which brings me to the reason that I wanted to make this video.
It's just about making money. Like, you want to know the real way that a lot of the self-help gurus make money? By being self-help gurus. They're like, yeah, let me show you how to be a millionaire. And it's like, buy my course. And where do they make all their money? Selling courses. Like, what is this?
Of lifestyle influencers that made their entire career on nothing but lies and fake wealth is insane, which I wouldn't care about if they weren't purposefully, directly and negatively manipulated. I mean,
well, they make people feel like they're inferior and that they're not doing enough with their life. And I think that there's like a big focus now, like culturally, on FOMO, like people that are constantly afraid of missing out on this or that thing. And so everything is built around that. So you have these people that are selling and kind of like playing into this like fixation around trying to live your life in the most like hyper optimized way. And I think that at a certain point, you're just like, you optimize out the human experience of life. And I find it to be like there's no mindfulness, there's no, like living with yourself, there's no calm, there's just you being hyper fixated around doing the next thing. It's not demure. It's not demure at all, okay? Yes, very true. American Psycho Core, yeah. Min-maxing it? Yeah, you're min-maxing life, exactly. And it's too much, man.
Influencing people with their lies. Because their success is built on their viewers feeling unfulfilled in life and idolizing them. And they lie about everything.
I have been paralyzed trying to find or looking at furniture for the new house. We are going back to...
Man, that sucks. Wow.
Florida. God, what the fuck are my kids doing? Hold on. I want to make sure when we're there, well, let's be honest, I need a living room TV, master bedroom, kids' rooms, because you ain't talking to me. Like, I don't know. Go to your room. I just bought 3 washers and dryers yesterday because we at this house, there's a lot of shit to do.
Oh man, moving.
Man. Rich lady, yeah. And you can see the husband's probably not even at the house. It's a smart guy. 3 washers. Jesus, what a waste of fucking money. What a massive waste of money.
From my first mansion into
Is he
my
working?
second,
Yeah, he's
even
just working
bigger
to pay for the 4th washer.
mansion without having to sell my
Yeah.
first one is so stressful. I had to open my laptop.
And here's the other thing is that like all the stuff that she's talking about,
He had a whole bunch of cow in his
like each TV, like I know what a new TV costs. It's usually about like $2,000, right? Like a good one, a really good TV. So like this is $12,000, a good washer and dryer combo. Like I think whenever I bought them, it's about $1,000. So it's probably like you know, a little bit more. 2,000. What the fuck? This is a good one, right? A $2,000. I know. I'm talking like a good TV, like a good TV. Like, do you think this woman's buying the you know, fucking the like knockoff brand? No, she's buying the Samsung OLED 65-inch smart TV. Okay, with her husband's credit card. So yes, it's going to be a $2,000 TV. So anyway, like all of this money that you're putting together, this is like $20,000, and it's like, yeah, that's a lot of money, but who the fuck brags about being able to spend $20,000? Because I think about people that like actually make a lot of money. Is this really impressive that you spent $20,000? It's rich people? It's not, though. It's like people that are like upper middle class that have a lot of money to spend on stupid shit. People that are fake rich? Yes.
Up and order 6 TVs and 3 dryers because our new house is just so big. Oh wait, no. Even this completely out of touch story, devoid of any relatability, is actually just a pity ad for the 3 washers and dryers she bought.
Yeah, 15. Yeah. Yep, there it is.
And while I'm aware that many
Wait, so it was just an ad? How do you know it's an ad?
Story, devoid of any relatability, is actually just a pity ad.
Yeah, it's an affiliate link code. I'm pretty sure it is. Because if you look at this, this is like the way this is formatted, this seems like an affiliate link. It's a referral code. Yeah, so she gets a like, because this is what a lot of, I think this is like really kind of a sad thing that like a lot of women do, is that they'll look at like a woman like that and they'll be like, oh, she has the perfect life, right? She's rich, she's attractive, she has kids and everything. And so they'll try to buy and live the way that she lives and buys things. And so, yeah, it actually is very, very common.
Ads for the 3 washers and dryers she bought. And while I'm aware that many influencers seem as if they're this successful or rich, most of them simply aren't. These guys don't own a private jet.
Well, it's also like, here's another big factor. I've seen like these videos where like a guy will come up to a dude that's on like a private jet and he'll be like, you know, how did you make your money? And this guy's wearing like an Arizona State t-shirt and like Nike like basketball shorts, and he pulled up on like, you know, his like Honda Civic or something like that. It's like the people that actually own private jets aren't wasting their money on this shit. Like, they don't need to show off with like a handbag because they have a private fucking jet and a like probably a company they own. It's just so weird. Like, and this is, I think it's like what's kind of sad about it is that a lot of these like kind of like brands like the, you know, like Gucci and stuff like that, they really only work for flexing on like other people that are also kind of dumb with money. Like, you're not going to wear a Gucci bag to like some actual like, you know, think about a like any sort of like, I'm trying to think of
you guys, my bad.
Like a networking event for venture capitalists, right? People that actually make a lot of money. Do you think any of them are really going to be impressed by the fact that you have a Gucci bag?
Yes.
No. Nobody's going to care. No, nobody's going to give a shit. So It's just only something to impress, like, people that are broke.
Rent a photo studio for $75 an hour with a group of 10 with free parking. That's why more and more of these private jet photo studios are.
This is nuts. You can rent a private
jet
just
photo
take Instagram photos in it.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh my god.
So they can pretend they own one and make you.
Bro, they're baiting people so hard.
You feel bad in the process for actually having your life together. Because where's your private jet, broke boy? Everything to desperately maintain this facade of success, to keep flexing on their viewers like insecure douchebags, so that their
it's also not very it's not smart to even do that. The only people that need private jets are like a handful of guys that need to go around and do business deals, or like if you're a pop star like Taylor Swift needs a private jet. Like most normal people don't need private jets. Like it's not you don't need this. Yeah, a politician needs it. It's not point. There's like no point to it.
Will keep idolizing them and do whatever they tell them to do, and they can squeeze as much money as possible out of them. And I'm not only talking about the alpha male mindset douchefluencers that we already knew are full of BS. There's so many lying, authentic influencers, each with fake wealth.
What do I want to play, guys?
What is this here?
Influencers
are no.
Guys, what do I want to play? Tataria or Diablo. Those are my picks right now. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling it. Mr. Krabs, how are you feeling it? Feeling it? What am I feeling?
Influences.
Influences. Someone influence me.
This is so sad, bro. This is actually so fucking sad. They're buying empty shopping bags to pretend they're rich.
No.
Bro, how
they
down
bought
bad
a
do you
shopping
have to be
bag?
To do this?
No. You're so broke that you have to buy something that with nothing in it.
It's insane.
Stop.
XQC not takes private jets like Aiden too. He justifies it by saying it's not a lot. It's crazy. Yeah, but they have like tons of money, right? Like that's fine. But like a lot of these people don't have tons of money. And also like he doesn't isn't it XQC is able to take the private jets if he goes to like Las Vegas because like the casinos pay for it? I'm pretty sure they're the ones. So it's actually not even him paying for it in the first place.
Right.
Yeah, exactly, right? Why do you think the casinos are paying for it?
Funny how that works.
I don't know. I mean, he is spending the money. It's just not on the private jet. He'll spend the money after he gets off the jet.
Yeah.
It's an investment. It is.
For them.
The term pseudo-authentic
hoping that he buys
is now a thing. Faking authenticity, success, and legitimacy so you trust them, and they can sell you more products and services.
Kent Urich's emotional breakup to promote a hair repair shampoo. Post-breakup
reset. No way, dude.
God, man. Like, what the hell is going on? How do people buy into this? It's amazing. I'm like shocked.
That's the real issue.
They don't use,
it's not the commercial.
This influencer with one.
It's not the fucking commercial. It's the issue is that people are buying it.
1.1 million
That's a lot.
The heck? Take a picture in front of an empty seat in business class with ads, and then had to sit on her egg.
I'm gonna be honest. Anytime that I see a girl in a private jet, I assume that the reason why, especially if it's a pretty girl like this, I assume the reason why is some rich guy is flying her out somewhere to fuck her.
Exactly.
Every single time. So it's like, and by the way, this is not really impressive to me.
Actual seat in economy class, like the rest of us peasants. You know those traveling influencers preaching that you'll achieve happiness by spending.
Hashtag ad, never give up on your dreams to see the world. The first one. These videos are seriously getting on my nerves. Not everyone can afford to travel. We're barely surviving with this pandemic. Oh my god, no wonder people want communism. They get to watch these fake fucks fly around on fake jets.
Damn.
So fucking pathetic. How does anybody buy into this? Yeah, of course they want, bro, they want a revolution. They're fake it till you make it? I guess so.
Over fake
entire
shit.
Life savings on vacations? Yeah, they don't really live a life of
Read
constant...
the room, mates. Only if you can afford it. Tell me you have money without telling me. Jesus, man. People are fucking mad. And these are all from 2021 comments, too.
Traveling, usually they'll go on like a single vacation paid by some resort or company in exchange for advertising, and then take hundreds of pictures all in different...
This is what happens. It happens a lot with South Korea. So South Korean companies, a lot of them will pay for content creators to go there. And this is true for like plastic surgery. And it's also true for like other types of like advertising. It's an advertisement. And what's funny about this is that a lot of these influencers are exactly what that's what they are. They're influencing people. Like, and people think that there's like some sort of like greater degree of connection between a person making an advertisement for you and a marketing company making an advertisement for you. You're both being advertised to.
Yeah.
That's it. And some people
End
are
of
just
story.
like, I feel like Hong Kong, there's no difference. There's not really, right? Have you been invited?
No.
I've had a lot of opportunities to travel and have everything paid for multiple things, like domestic and international. I don't really like doing it. I don't like traveling a whole lot. And like what I really like doing is I like working. I like doing my stream. And I would be willing to travel if I thought it was something that was very beneficial for me. But personally, it's not something that I enjoy on a general level, right?
Outfits with backgrounds that could literally be the backdrop of any vacation destination in the world. And then they'll post a few pictures every few weeks with different lied about locations added to those posts.
11 ways luxury influencers lie to their followers. Yes, thank God.
Or, you know, you could just Photoshop your travel pics like this influencer.
Who does what?
Like 570,000 followers.
Jesus.
Here you have her with the beautiful skyline of New York, except it's missing an entire skyscraper. And
hey, at least the Twin Towers aren't in the photo.
And unless if she has learned a way to not just influence her viewers, but also
that'd be a good one.
A window reflection should reflect the side of your body facing it, not your back facing away from it.
They just took another version.
Here she's at the Taj Mahal with her shadow apparently allergic to water. Her dress and handbag vaporizing in thin air. Stone grooves extending into the pool. And Photoshop birds on top of it all.
That's
They're
low.
real.
You're photoshopping birds in? That's like, that is fucking shameless. Who does this?
I mean, honestly,
I don't know if I can handle this game right now.
But this one looks even weirder
Bro.
because it's growing out of her head.
I need my
Don't
homies.
get me
I can't do
started
this
on
on my
those
own.
Dubai influencers. I don't want to see a
I already
big
am
shot.
calling it. I need the homies for this one.
I think that if you replace Dubai influencer with Dubai escort, I think that you wouldn't change the meaning 95% of the time.
Wreck these.
I'm just gonna. That's just what I think, right? That's just. I mean, that's just my opinion, right? What do I know, guys?
Oh, here's a
The Venn
homie.
diagram's almost a circle. Yeah.
Tiny tower that looks
Yeah.
pretty from the
Oh, yeah.
outside, but doesn't have much going on under its surface. Not even a sewage system where everyday trucks have to transport 7 tons of poop out of to keep up the facade of superficial perfection. What is this? An allegory for influencers? Talking about superficial. You know those designer clothing influencers flexing on you with their $5,000 Chanel trash bag shirts? Most of them are
Get back
fake.
to this.
Wait, what? Korea's biggest fashion influencer is busted wearing a fake Chanel designer knockoffs as she's forced to issue a groveling apology just weeks after gaining millions of followers on hit Netflix show Singles Inferno. Oh, that's like a Korean like fucking dating show, right? It's
what?
You can't even spend like you know what? Bro, Netflix? Like, they need to pay this girl more money. This is a really, like, I know about this show. It's a Korean dating show. I know about it. I should not be the target audience for this. I know about the show. You're telling me you can't even give this girl $5 grand? What the fuck are they paying him over there? That's not even fair.
Actually, some influencers are so infamous for using fake designer merch to seem more successful than they actually are that they are now being paid by companies to promote illegal knockoffs to their viewers.
But you know what? Why is this not disappearing? My computer's being fucking beat.
How does this happen? Like, this is
really grinds my
embarrassing.
gears. Those massive overconsumption product haul
The
influencers
overconsumption influencers on TikTok.
will unpack like a month's salary worth of clothes in one 20-second TikTok.
Okay, to be fair, when I had my girlfriend and my mom both living at my house, they could have stacked up this much shit in a week. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't even know how that would happen. No, they would. Every day, I would wake up, I'd open the fucking door, and there'd be like 4 packages. And I'd be like, what are these? Oh, these are new shoes. Oh, my mom wanted new plates. Why do you want new plates? You don't have room for the old plates. Well, these ones are nice. There's a bird on it. How much was this? 130. Oh, right. Well, they're limited edition. Oh, of course. How could I forget?
How could I
fucking forget? Yeah, so much makeup. Yes, exactly. And the thing is, like, for my mom,
so true.
If it made her happy, to buy these stupid fucking plates with a bird on it, it's got a nice hummingbird on it, it was worth it. All right, it was worth it. I told her, you buy whatever you want if it makes you happy, and it did make her happy. But man, we got so many plates.
Bro.
There's so many plates, man. Oh, God. I don't know what to do with them all.
Damn.
Yeah, it's nuts. Don't even use them. No, I mean, she bought some of them. And then, oh, by the way, then after she ran out of room to buy them for herself, then she started buying them for my friends. And she would buy other stuff for my friends too. So there would always be something that she was spending my fucking money on. And so she's like, there's a bunch of plates down there for like Cody. There's stuff she got for Zach. And it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to buy this. Oh, this is something nice for Jeff. We're going to buy this. Okay, great. Great. Yeah, sure. Auction of plates off? I don't know. Overconsumption court? Yeah.
Give the guys their plates.
Then did the exact same thing 2 weeks later, acting as if their TikToks aren't the content creation pollution equivalent to Taylor Swift's private jet usage. If only Taylor was also using a private jet photo studio. Don't get me wrong, I think sharing your thoughts on products you're excited about or sponsored by with your viewers is great. But when you get enough products to
$4,000 Sephora haul, I think that like, this is my opinion. And I think I speak for a lot of guys. Maybe I don't. But no guy can tell the difference between spending $4,000 on makeup and spending $4 on makeup. It doesn't really matter. Like, it's much better to be in shape and eat right and exercise. Like, I don't think, like, what are you doing this for? It's the same as I said with guys. Like, if it, like, guys focusing on like how to dress, I think is the dumbest shit ever. You see a bunch of like fucking soy boys sitting around trying to dress like alpha males. No, stop it. Like, Jack Reacher wearing a plain white t-shirt is going to look better than you wearing a Hugo Boss suit because you look like a fucking zombie. You look like a little bitch. That's the facts. But it's a lot easier to spend money and do that rather than work out. It's not for men. I'm telling you, that's you. I know it's me. Do you see me wearing fucking nice fashion? No, because it's putting lipstick on a fucking pig. I wish people would realize that. And with makeup, sometimes that's literally true.
Bury yourself alive in on a daily basis?
Jesus.
Don't you think that's a bit excessive? You're basically undoing 5 years of global recycling efforts with a single TikTok.
I don't care. They can set tires on fire for all I give a shit about. I just hate this, like, bro, the euphemisms, overconsumption core. You mean spending a bunch of money like a fucking idiot? Oh, yeah, I know what that is.
You're romanticizing shopaholism and overconsumption, normalizing mass pollution.
Her face probably is Botox. That's actually a good point. Because you don't see those eyebrows move at all. You see, like, Botox, like, this is what Botox does. Is it makes any woman look 38 years old. So if you're 23 and you get Botox and, like, this plastic surgery, you'll look 38 years old. But if you're 50 and you get Botox and plastic surgery, a lot of times you'll look also like you're 38 years old.
For your millions of viewers who will spend their hard-earned money on your shitty trends.
Their viral lip balms.
And since those overconsumption influencers know they'll get backlash from producing more garbage in a single day than most people do in a year, they say they'll give away all
the people that can't afford that stuff, but influencers get way more than they'll ever use. That's why we donate and give lots of it away. Wow, and here are people like why are people so stupid? Like, I don't understand this. Like, who cares what they do with it? Number one. Number two, why are you talking about giving it away? Number three, why are you buying it in the first place? It's like a Russian nesting doll of stupidity. Like, doing it is stupid. Getting mad about it is stupid. Making excuses for it is stupid. And it's like, oh my God. How far does this go?
Unwanted products instead of letting them go to waste. But one of the largest product haul influencers has just been crowned as the most dishonest influencer of all time with no integrity whatsoever.
I, by the way, fucking love these videos because this is something you guys probably don't know about unless you had a girlfriend. So, like, nobody knows about this here. There is a whole alternate reality where there are these beauty channels and there is more drama. Like, look at the likes on this. 80,000 likes. It's like a whole separate fucking reality.
She's
because I feel like if you looked at, probably most of my viewers are either single or married. Probably less. The least popular one would probably be having a girlfriend. Because I either have, like, fucking, you know, the incel viewers that don't want to have girlfriends because all girls are whores and they only want your money. And then I have other viewers that are, like, 30, and so they're already married, they have a kid, right? And so, like, there's not a lot of, like, you know, young 20s viewers that, like, have girlfriends that are watching. Yeah, no, it's probably actually true. With 2 children? Yeah, you guys are right.
Telling the truth, right?
You know people are spending their hard-earned money on these products, and you're misleading them. That is disgusting. That is, by definition, you are a fraudulent scam artist, liar.
Wait,
gross.
what is this?
These products, and you're misleading them. That is disgusting. That is, by definition, you are a fraudulent scam artist, liar. Gross.
I guess at
also,
least...
by the way, like, if I look at this right here, just a minute. I think that she face-apped herself on her profile picture to make her face thinner. Look at that. It could be before and after surgery, maybe? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know, guys.
Gross.
I guess at least she's not like those assholes who return their clothes after filming their clothing haul TikTok.
But by contouring, she's talking about the app. It's called contouring. It changes the way your face looks. That's smart. Yeah, you should make an app like that. That way they wouldn't be lying.
Is that like those assholes who return their clothes after filming their clothing haul TikTok, tricking their audience into buying all of
that to me is fucking shameless. I hate that because, like, the one thing I don't like about this shit is, like, if you want to waste your own money and be a fucking idiot, I don't really care. But, like, buying shit and then returning it, and this is, like, fucking over the store. Now, like, these, like, minimum wage or, like, you know, paycheck to paycheck employees have to reprocess all of the clothes that you took out for a TikTok video. It's so obnoxious.
Pieces of clothing via their affiliate links, while they themselves just returned their units?
There are a lot of fashion and lifestyle influencers who buy products and return them. And over the years, there's been a lot more reporting of fashion influencers who do these like clothing hauls, but they actually can't afford most of the clothes they're buying, so they return it. But they create this illusion of the lifestyle they can afford and the clothes that they wear, but it's largely fabricated. So when you're seeing influencers flaunting my outfit of the day and you feel a little bit of envy, just know that there's a good chance they don't own all those clothes.
Which is actually even more harmful for the environment because those units have to go...
It's just obnoxious. Like, that's what it is. You're buying stuff and returning it just for clout. Like, it's so obnoxious. Who does this?
Through yet another transport, cleaning and repackaging process, or still end up in a landfill since most of the time that's cheaper for the company. And because retail companies are losing billions of dollars on people just returning their clothing after using it only once for a social media video, most of them
I don't know if that's the only reason they're losing the money, but yeah.
Completely dropped their free return policy.
Well, yeah, because people buy clothes to wear it one day and take it back. Yeah, of course.
And started charging for it. $6 returning fee. And now I have to keep these pants, which are way too tight. Jesus. Maybe I should stop comparing myself with toxic online pixels that can easily be faked, photoshopped, or
ruining it for the rest of us. Exactly.
To make me feel like shit.
Yeah, it makes it worse for everybody.
Influence me for money. So now I've got to deal with my pants being too tight for my balls and getting in between my ass. Ooh, you know what? Screw this guy. Instead, I'm gonna start flaunting my wealth, but to my real life friends and family, so I can start real toxicity. First, I gotta check my bank accounts. Oh man.
This was me IRL for like 3 years. Yeah.
And maybe I should brag with my subscriber
Probably for like 5 years.
I gotta reach 1 million subscribers before I can become a pretentious, braggy douche tuber. So if you enjoyed this video, please watch some of my other videos, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on my socials in the description to become part of my cereal bowl, so we can become the largest cereal bowl on YouTube, and I can absorb all of your fibers and nutrients.
This is my...
What's up, everybody? Okay. Got it.
This is my morning
good
routine.
One.
I'm currently waking up.
I find this to be very, like, to me, it's so shocking for me to see how much fakery there is with this kind of stuff. Because I think that, like, what's behind all of it is, like, a tremendous amount of insecurity. Like, these people are massively insecure. They're trying to put on a false image of themselves and make people like them. I find it to just be so weird, man. And, like, how can you do that? Like, why do you do it? Like, I mean, don't you hate yourself for doing this? Yeah, I'll link the video. This is a good video.
Don't you hate yourself for doing this?
I think that they're fucking hilarious.
They are, though.
I figured I'd watch this. It'd be good.
Money, welcome back. Ooh. Morning, welcome back. Sorry, I was hoping some of the money I gave to the government for taxes came back to me. They keep asking for more like I didn't pay them last month. What are they trying to be here? Netflix? So, when was the last time you showed people you were doing okay in life? And we're not talking about your mental well-being or your cholesterol levels from your health checkup. Boo. That's boring talk.
Yeah.
What are the vibes you give off based on your material possessions? Because that's all we care about as ravenous, short-form content addicts. The thing is...
It's crazy to me because, like, anytime that I talk to people about, like, money, people always, like, they want to like third party me, basically, right? They want to, like, fucking play me like a game, like, oh, you should go buy this, you should go do this, you should go do this. Like, people can't comprehend the idea that buying an expensive thing will not make me happy. It's crazy. Like, live vicariously. Yeah, exactly.
When Emily Blunt asks if you're wearing the
Chanel boots? Yeah, I am.
a lot of us are probably saying, no, I'm wearing
What's that?
Chantel's boots. When we're successful, earning a livable wage to afford basic necessities and some nice things, flaunting your wealth from time to time isn't a huge cause for concern.
Jesus Christ, look at all that stuff. Those are all Gucci bags too. Oh my god.
That's literally what we've been conditioned to do.
What?
Work, buy things, and show it off to people we find.
I mean, this looks nice. I bet it's probably like, what, 30 bucks? No, it's got the chain. So I said 50 bucks. Yeah, 50 bucks or something like this would be good. Is it Louis Vuitton? Yeah, see, oh yeah, because it says Louis Vuitton. Oh, for sure. See, like, I don't even know or care. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, say 50 bucks.
We want to show everyone we're Mr. Krabs. But in this economy, we relate more to Squidward.
I'm all out of money!
Well, you could just lie and make something up. The deception and charisma built for
People love to do
influencers
that.
is a pretty popular one. Once you start scrolling on any social media app, you're bound to come across an influencer that seemingly has a better life than you. I've already accepted the fact we all live different lives. You wake up at the crack of dawn to work out.
This is awful. This is terrible. You really think this is good? Okay, it's going to be loud, number one. Number two, now you can't stay up until 5 a.m. because then the sun's going to wake you up. This is terrible. Do you want to know the people that I really, like, get jealous of? Is, like, there'll be, like, some fucking guy who's, like, 43, and he has, like, a big gray beard, and he's built, like, a house on the side of a hill, and there's, like, rocks in it, and you can go inside the house, and it's got, like, a really nice TV in it, and it's in the middle of fucking nowhere, and he, like, has a little go-kart that he can drive to the convenience store on. Like, that guy,
There
I'm
you
gonna be
go.
like, oh, man, bro, like... I'm
That's-
really not. Yeah, I'm just not. Yeah, I'm not doing what I should be doing, right? I'm not like this guy really got it figured out. Here I am. Yeah, describe my life goal with that. Yeah, it's a nice fucking place, right? And I'll watch these videos. It sounds crazy, but like I'll watch these videos of like these guys that, like build like cabins and like places like out in the woods and like more wilderness areas. I love it. I think it's amazing. I love modern houses too, but I grew up watching Lord of the Rings. I'd like a place like the Shire. That'd be really cool to me.
With your green juice, spin class, rise and grind, property owner mindset,
Yeah.
I'm waking up at 5 a.m. to use the bathroom in the dark and then going back to sleep. And there is a shortage of fact checkers for the never-ending supply of online content.
Yeah,
We're all playing the
true.
game of, is this thing I saw on the internet real or fake? Put a finger down.
No.
If you've ever been a Facebook mom that accidentally spread misinformation, well, can't really blame you. There's a
What do
funny
you mean accidentally?
thing influencers are doing where they like to show off their wealth online. But is that really all there is to it? I was shocked when I saw a TikTok about the sport pickleball that made me go,
Pickleball.
and it wasn't from the unsettling Ellen jump scare back in 2023.
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm not sure what the concept is for this look, but this is randomized Sims behavior. Pickleball is
I think people just hate her for no reason. I mean, she was apparently like a crazy bitch or something like that, but like besides that, like I didn't think there was anything wrong with the picture. It's like just was some old lady playing a fucking sport, like some fucking just like tennis shit. Like it's not that big of a deal. She's a demon? She demon? Really? I don't know. I
form
didn't
of
look
ping
into
pong tennis badminton that went through a transmutation circle.
Yeah.
And who knew that such a normal sounding sport could be so expensive?
By far the most expensive and consuming hobby I've picked up recently is pickleball. I have probably spent more than $15,000, $25,000 on this hobby.
How?
And I just started playing 10 months
Why are
ago.
you that dumb?
I want to know how that happened though.
Sorry, I just had to check my bank account to
Yeah.
make sure I wasn't robbed. I played pickleball before, and I swear it was only
Yeah.
like 1/1000th of what this lady spent. Are we paying for pickleball using Monopoly money? I didn't know you could do that. Maybe I should bring a stack to the grocery store, because I'm trying to keep me and my dog fed. You know that feeling
Somebody says that's cheap compared to Warhammer.
of wanting more pets to take care of, except conventional restrictions makes it so you can't? Well, you could have your very own legion of mythical creatures, thanks to our sponsor, Dragon City.
I
In
feel
real
like,
life,
what's a
you can
Warhammer army
realistically
now?
only have a handful of pets. In
How
Dragon
much
City,
is it for like
you
a
can collect
2,000
and
point
evolve
army?
over 1,000 dragons, each with their own special powers and designs. And if
for,
you've ever had that super specific
Space
niche
Marines.
thought of, what if my favorite YouTuber was in a cool game filled with enchanting
Like
quests,
$2,000?
ancient legends, and mythical creatures?
I
All I
got
can
bit
tell
by
you
a
is there's
snake.
Mr. Beast Dragon
7K?
waiting for
Maybe
hatched.
for like
You're
Imperial.
building your very own dragon empire, where you design and decorate your dream city that
remember
fits
they
your
were
own
I don't even know
personal
how.
aesthetic. Not to mention all the different magical habitats you'll need
They're
to
my
house all your
bicep.
dragons with unique
It's like
needs.
Clash of
And what's the
Clans.
point of having awesome-looking dragons if they can't show off their skills? Engage in epic PvP battles with other players to see who's got the best
Yeah,
team
some
on the
Clash of Clans.
leaderboards. The vibrant community will have you trading dragons.
John, remember whenever we played Clash of Clans and like I made that
Bro,
guild
this
out of
game
all
is so
whales and
trash.
just destroyed the OTK clan. That shit was fucking hilarious.
Public. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think
I can't
pickleball
watch
was ever
that-
considered
that
the
slop.
golf of racket sports.
Mhm.
Before it became mainstream, it was a toned-down version of tennis that people in their retirement age would play. Even on the higher end.
Yeah,
of
Tectone said that like he would play this and then get a lot of like 40 or 50-year-old women hitting on him. I feel like, you know, this is like, so like, yeah, if you're a MILF enjoyer, I feel like you should probably learn how to play pickleball. Yeah, he's full of shit. Yeah, he probably is full of shit. He probably, yeah, probably didn't even happen. But, no, but, yeah, it's for elder. Yeah, exactly.
pickleball, lessons, membership fees, your equipment, it would only cost you like 4 digits tops, not a down payment on a house. Where's the money going? Is she eating the ball after
flying
every
around?
game? You don't have to eat
Playing
those,
with other
girl.
people?
We have pickles at home.
There's the overpriced aloe outfits, the $250 paddles, the private lessons with
$250. Okay, so you had $25,000 though. How many paddles did you buy? Like, I mean, can you think about how, like, a $250 paddle? Like, I mean, really, that's $250. Yeah, of course that's overpriced.
You said
but that's just,
outfits, don't
like,
forget.
Even at $250, like, how do you go from $250 to $25,000? Like, that's a lot of paddles.
the club membership fees, and most importantly, there's the loss of income because I most recently
I
took
see.
off.
That's what she did. She's acting like she makes a lot of money, and then she's amortizing the lost money that she would have made for working onto pickleball, and that's why she's saying that she's doing it. Yeah, there it is.
Off a
That's
month
it.
from work just to move to California and improve my pickleball game, as if I
I
was
had
a
to take
retired
off
snowbird
work.
at 36. But it really did pay
I'm
off.
just a
I won my
snowbird
first singles
retired
tournament in
at
San Diego, and
Good
I
for
probably
her.
have amassed 50 new friends from the sport. I have zero regrets, but I may be broke soon.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Wait. Huh? Unless you're living in Antarctica, was there not affordable pickleball where you lived? As a fun game, let's reevaluate our choices. Aloe is an athletic apparel brand
How
that
much
makes
is it?
high-quality workout clothes, hence the brand name pricing.
It's $160. Yeah, that's a lot of money, but this is Canadian dollars. It's not real money. So like it's actually about like you know, like $80 or $70, something like that. So again, like you put all this together, it's like I have to get a whole
Canada
set of
money
this,
almost
get like 2
works
of them.
more.
Like,
Is
what are we
worth
talking
almost
about?
more
Like
than
maybe
our money.
$3,000, $4,000, like for everything put together.
No.
Like how do you get to 25?
For a 2-item
Oh.
outfit will cost you between $3
Yeah.
to $500. The last time I checked, you can show up to pickleball in your high school gym clothes and equipment you ordered on Amazon the night before. Unless someone held her hostage until she became an Aloe brand ambassador, we could have saved some money on the clothing choices. But you can kind of assume what type of lifestyle she lives
Yeah.
or the one she wants to portray based on what she posts. Maybe this is how people in higher tax brackets or who work in corporate think. The average person usually doesn't calculate the time they spent on their hobbies.
It's actually true. I've known a lot of people that are like they spend money like they're a business, where it's like, oh yeah, we can afford to spend this because we're just gonna write it off of our taxes, and like they do it so much that they just start doing it in their own personal lives too. Bro, people love to waste money. They love to waste money. Makes me salty, to be honest. There's no reason to be salty. Like, people that are in that situation usually don't stay in that situation. I think that the majority of people who are bad with money eventually get in trouble for that. So usually, because like they'll just keep making mistakes, and eventually they'll make a big enough mistake where it's bad. Eventually, yeah. So don't worry about it.
As lost income, and then say they spent $20,000 picking up knitting. If that were the case, people making 6 figures a month would never do anything.
Well, she's
as their
knitting
Knitting ramen?
Maybe she can sell her Aloe clothes on Depop if she runs out of money, like she said. This gives off the same energy as that guy on Twitter who needed some help budgeting his expenses. Someone who is good at economy, please help me budget this. My family is dying. Spend less on candles.
No.
Is pickleball actually ruining your life? If you ask me,
Yeah, there it is.
seems like a very preventable problem. Little misleading of a title.
I
but it
love
did
like
get
there's this one guy, I think he's here in Austin, his name's like Caleb Hammer or something, and he'll do like these financial audits of people. And they'll be like, yeah, so I'm making about 20,000. I'm doing all right. I got my own place. I got my own car. And he's like, how much is your house payment? It's like $3,000. How much is your car payment? $2,000 a month. And he says, you're making $20,000 a year? And she's like, yeah, it's all right. And then he's like sitting there, he's like doing it. Right. And that's it. And the thing is, like, he's here in Austin, I'm pretty sure. It's fucking crazy. Shit's so funny. Yeah, he's ruthless. He is. But, like, the thing is, he's doing them a favor. Did you see the Boogie one? Nah, I didn't. I did not.
People talking to drive up her engagement. Hey, if I could take a month off work to get really good at tennis that it causes a dinosaur extinction, I quit my job too.
Yeah.
When your online brand is based on your image and how you appear to others, of course you're gonna sprinkle some seasoning on your content to make it spicy. Not straight up lie, but maybe exaggerate a little and only show the good parts. Flex culture in Asia.
Yeah, I've been spending too much time on Instagram. Whenever I hear spicy content, I think of one thing. So yeah, I think that anybody that tries to put, like, for me, I feel like I probably should try to put on less, like, put on more of a show, actually. Because, like, I will just tell people what I do, and it's really boring. Like, I, like, will stream, I will get up, and I will drive to, like, McDonald's, and then I'll get a drink at McDonald's, and then I'll come back home, I'll stream, and then I'll lay in bed, and then I'll get Chipotle, and then I'll eat Chipotle and watch, like, an episode of an anime. And then I'll lay back in bed. Or I'll get back on the computer. And then I'll read threads about myself. I'll probably just read about people talking about me because it's interesting, because it's about me. And then maybe I might stream again. Or I just sit there and play video games. And then I go to bed. That's it. You having fun? Yes, I am. And that's a good day. That's a perfect day, by the way. That's a perfect day. Now, like, there are other events, like random events that happen, like, oh, there's a meeting. Oh, there's another meeting. Oh, you need to talk to somebody. There's a fire. Oh, fuck! Now I've got to deal with this. Somebody has a problem that's not your fault, but it's your responsibility to fix it. Fuck! Now I got to deal with this. That's what I hate that. And so that's my idea of a perfect day.
Unsurprisingly, is really common. It's not unusual to see people spending their entire paychecks on luxury goods to appear well off, when behind the scenes, you're eating paper-thin slices of bread, and your mansion is actually a green screen from Wish. Hey, at least you have a Chanel fire extinguisher in your basement. You can scare off the fire by showing them the receipt. Wearing brand name fashion is one of the easiest ways to show off your wealth. You ever been to college before?
No, it's not. The only people that you impress with that are other people that are poor. Rich people don't do that. Like, people that have a lot of money don't do that because, like, they don't want to go walking around like they have a lot of money because it makes them targets. So, like, a lot of really rich people and, like, anybody that has, like, net worth over, like, $50 million, they're not doing this. And the celebrities that are doing it because they have a relationship with the company. So, like, the celebrities are being paid to act like they care about these brands, or like they have some sort of investment in the brand. And so I would act average, right? Yeah, because, like, you think about it, right? If you have $100 million, is it good for you that everybody around you knows that?
Probably
no, it's
not.
not. It's bad for you because you don't know what could happen. Like, for example, a lot of guys that have, like, a crazy amount of money, like more than that, don't drive themselves anywhere for liability reasons. So they have a personal driver. It's not that they can't drive. It's not that they don't want to drive. It's that they don't drive. Like Donald Trump is like this, right? They don't drive because they don't want to be held liable. So the truth is that the only people that this impresses are people that are also broke. It's like basically putting shit on yourself to impress pigs.
The experience of seeing foreign exchange students in the wild in their decked out Balenciaga.
Yeah, you're not impressing the lions. You're not impressing the bald eagles.
White drip during a 7 a.m. lecture is a universal one.
Givenchy jacket, and it's a Balenciaga pants.
What's this? I want to see this again.
Balenciaga off.
Okay, foreign exchange. Is this
white drip during a 7 a.m. lecture is a universal one.
Givenchy jacket, and it's a Balenciaga pants. Yes.
Crazy Rich Asians.
Gucci, Louis Vuitton,
Yeah.
Cartier, Dior, Prada, Versace, Naruto Uzumaki.
Lori, Shelly, Aaliyah, Rose.
These are brand names you'll hear when you see rich influencers showing off their tiny purse haul from the day before. Who needs groceries when you can eat your clothes with your eyes?
These are my ladies. This is Jill. This is my lady Amy. Little Susie. Brianna. You know why we call her Brianna, right?
너의 배, 너의 배, 너의 배, 너의 배, 너의 배. Yay!
For people who don't...
Amazing. Truly incredible. The stupid... I don't understand how people get attached to brands. I really don't. Like this brand, this is a shirt I got. What brand is this? What does it say? What's this fucking piece of shit say? What does it say? It says Amazon Essentials.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oof. Bro.
This is a nice shirt. Here's the thing is that if you are in shape and you're a good looking guy, you're going to look better than in like a white t-shirt or Amazon Essentials shirt. Not as if I am, by the way. But you're going to look better in that $2 shirt than some skinny or skinny fat guy who, you know, makes $200,000 a year is going to look in a Givenchy shirt. That's the difference. And it's not even going to be close.
No.
Skinny fat guy, yeah,
Someone's yearly salary in the span of 15 seconds. The beauty standards in Asia are on a whole other level, and so is everything else that's
really
tied with your appearance. Yeah, looks maxing is pretty crazy in North America, but that's for regular mortals. Asian looks maxing is on God mode. In East Asia, your financial success and your attractiveness are like this. It's a very homogenous society where you're expected to fit in. When everyone's got the latest luxury water bottle from Hermes and you show up with your Dasani, you become a target and face getting ostracized. Lots of young millennials, Gen Z, even middle schoolers are familiar with expensive brands and what wearing them implies. There was even a case a few months ago when Stanley cups were flying off the shelves like toilet paper. A kid got bullied at school for having a Walmart brand cup instead of a Stanley cup.
This is the cup that we got our daughter for Christmas. This is not a Stanley. This is a $9.98 Walmart cup that she said she thought was cute. She is 9 years old. On the second day back to school after Christmas break, she comes home. She's not crying, she's just upset. The girls, all the other girls in her grade, I'm not saying all, maybe she said 9, 10 of them, all got Stanleys for Christmas. And they made sure to let her know that this is not a real Stanley, that this is fake and it's not as cool. So she
that's just what kids do. Yeah, I remember whenever I was a kid, people did the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, 100% that's what happens. Absolutely.
I had to raise a scooter.
Like with some, like not Stanley Cup, but like with something else. Yeah, that's a standard like dumb kid thing.
I had to raise a scooter, and these cocksuckers tried to say I didn't have one. I had to bring it in for show and tell, and they're like, "Oh, it's a knockoff." Anything to discredit it. It was
like
kids
I don't
are
hold
fucking
it against
retarded.
them 'cause, like they're 9. Like this kid doesn't even know
exactly.
This kid doesn't even know what the periodic table is. Like they don't know what a fraction is. Maybe. Like they don't know when the Civil War happened, right? They don't know when World War II happened. No. So it's like, are you really gonna? Am I really gonna get it? Like, what do you expect, right?
home, she's upset. She asks if she can have a real Stanley. Do I think that a 9-year-old needs a Stanley? No. Do I have one? Yes, I have one. If you're a mom, if you're a parent, and you can do something to keep your child from getting made fun of, to help fit in, you're gonna do it. So we went and bought her a 30-ounce Stanley.
How much are,
because of this
how much are those? Like, I don't even know how much they are. Are they expensive?
Oh yeah, and
they're
like
$40
the
or $50. Well, that's
and they
good,
used to
right?
be
Because
the
don't they have lead
generic
in
brand.
That helps kids growing up.
And
right?
they have
Makes them
lead.
sturdier and stronger. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
For a cup?
Sure to
No,
fit.
no, it's like there's a big spectrum of stupid
Overpriced.
luxury goods. There's a huge spectrum, and a $40 luxury good is pretty good. That's pretty good, guys. Like, there's a lot of stupid things that are way more expensive than that.
In and be
It's a
successful
cup,
in
it's
all
not
aspects of your
luxury.
life. Paired with everyone's addiction to social media, we're now turning to faking a desirable lifestyle. The beautiful, rich influencers, known for their expensive tastes, might just be cosplaying to build an audience.
They are.
They're not showing all the beauty procedures they've gotten, or the loan sharks knocking on their door. Did you know you can loan out luxury bags instead of buying them at full price? Pay a fraction of the cost, make a little TikTok, take a cute Instagram, wear it while playing Genshin on Twitch, then return it the next day. It's actually a pretty good business model. The only problem is, how often are you seeing influencers who built their audience by being rich say,
"Yeah, I rented this bag like a movie from Blockbusters."
Here's a little tea on what some influencers don't want to tell you. So get a nice box like this, and then you do your little unboxing. But most of the time, these bags are loaned. So you get to loan it for a period of time for photos and videos, but you have to give it back. And there are some circumstances where there'll be trays and you get to keep the bag for posts and whatnot like that. So I'm not saying every time, but loaning this from Forward, this Prada I'm loaning, and this Gucci from Rebag.
when you see someone with a new luxury bag every month, just know.
The thing is with me is like, this is what really always gets me with this is like, if I go and I look at, like, this just looks like a fucking bag. I could see this shit at Target, man.
Yeah.
Like, I guarantee
yeah.
there's something that looks like this at Target.
These are
like,
the ugliest
100%.
bags ever.
Like, you look at this, what the fuck is this? Like, this is 100% at Target. This is a leather satchel basic. Yeah, this is a blue item. This isn't an epic. And it's certainly not a fucking legendary. It's just a fucking bag. It doesn't even glow. Yeah, it doesn't glow. What does it do?
Yeah,
What does
where's
it do?
the
It's a
fucking
6-slot
shiny...
bag? No, bro, this is
It's not even
like
6
the old
slot,
Blanchie's
dude.
feed sack. This is the
That's a
4-slot
3-slot, but
4-slot bag
that's a
you get out
4-slot
of
bag.
Westfall. Yeah,
That's a basic
it's
bag.
A bad one, man.
It's like, you
When
don't
see
even
someone
want
with
that.
A new luxury bag every month, just know they might be swapping out their old Prada bag for a new one, like a WWE tag team match. Flying
Well, I
comfort-
just like, am I the only person that like, whenever I hear like, oh, they got a new bag, it's like, oh wow, okay. And I'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, that's cool.
Oh,
It looks really
okay,
nice. Yeah,
cool.
great. Nice job, man. Yeah. It's like, even if they do have a new bag all the time, it's like, because
didn't
I
do
know
that, but
people
I'll
that
take it.
make a lot of money, and some of them are really stupid with the way they spend their money. Like, I've seen it happen.
Yeah, a lot.
That's not really impressive to me. That's just like, you're an idiot. That's what you do.
in the air is a luxury.
That's
only
what you
reserved for the wealthy.
do.
You've
Yeah.
probably seen the memes.
Oh,
the millionaires who take
wow.
their private jet from their house to their private jet garage, or from the stands to the football field to
Oh, like
congratulate
Taylor
their
Swift.
boyfriend. Being crammed into economy basic on a 300 capacity flight with 400 people on it. Poor people things. If you can't afford first class,
If you're like a really wealthy business owner, it's actually a good idea to have a private jet, but like most people aren't. Like, this is not necessary for like almost anything.
or your own charter plane.
Yeah,
I guess
it's
you
different.
could
It's very
go down
different.
The Blockbuster's purse route and
Exactly.
rent your own private jet, and not even an actual jet, because those are still thousands of dollars per hour. You can get yourself a fake private jet set that's supposed to mimic the real thing at $100 an hour. The standard for being successful influencer is showcasing sensational lifestyle that you can attain.
And the
if
best thing is, like, especially girls that do that, like, this is my opinion. I think any girl
$100
that's taking a
an
picture on a private
hour.
jet,
We all know what the reason is. She's just having some dude pay her to get her in there to fuck her.
You buy this course.
Right?
My name is Wally Hughes, and I rent out a fake private jet for influencers to take pictures in.
I mean, unless they're on fucking...
Yo, what's up, IG Live fam? We're having our business meetings 30,000 feet up today.
Do you want your followers to think that you're successful?
When you hustle, this is what you
or
get.
do you want them to think that you're with the peasants in economy?
I'm on the phone with my Bitcoin advisor.
peasants
here,
in
but I'm also
economy.
in a Zoom meeting for my advisory business for kids that want to learn how to trade baseball cards. Thanks to Wally and the entire team, my followers will never know that I actually get a direct deposit from my father the first of every month.
It's a lot of work to build an audience.
Was the 16 live viewers and 18 likes worth it? Not to view shame, but internet users are so savvy, they can smell when authenticity is faked.
This is gonna be my home for the
next 12 hours. Cockpit selfie. So I wanted my followers to think that I only fly private. Thanks to Wally and the team, Spirit Airlines is a thing of the past. Paris, here we come.
Jesus Christ. And the crazy thing is, like, you know who flies Spirit Airlines was Izzy. And, like, she has a OnlyFans. And she was,
you
like,
don't fly
1%,
Spirit.
0.1% OnlyFans. And she's sitting there flying Spirit Airlines because she felt like she was getting ripped off by, like, going to Delta or something like that. It's so ghetto. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, why are you doing this? Like, just fucking get like a just get like a normal seat. No, it's fucking
exactly.
She wants to ride the PvP airline. Okay.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I'm realizing this is a skit. Oh god, I really am a Facebook mom. Well, they did a good job. I was convinced. There are actually businesses that will build sets like this for anyone that needs a private jet photo shoot. Comes with your choice of paper backdrops and worn out yellow couch in the background.
Amazing.
There have been times when self-claimed financial experts have been called out for making TikToks looking like they fly private all the time, when in reality, a pilot noticed that specific plane hasn't flown since February, and they were only renting it for photo shoots. Even celebrities have fallen victim to the deduction skills of internet phoenix rights. Can't forget the time when the rapper Bow Wow posted a picture of himself about to board his private jet, when he actually just jacked a picture from a car dealership and got caught flying in economy with everyone else. At least...
Damn.
Wow.
Damn, that's bad. Wow, I didn't even know. That's... Bro, that is
I didn't even know that.
Photoshop the picture a little, wear a Scooby-Doo disguise.
Bow Wow's in movies.
Fool an entire flight staff into thinking a dog was a person. No one would bat an eye at your fake private jet flex. Even events.
And the crazy thing about it is, I remember like somebody took a picture. It was like Wiz Khalifa, who it was on like some random plane, and everybody was like talking to him, and like people were looking at him like, oh yeah, there he is, right? And nobody thought he was a loser. Everybody thought that was cool. Yeah, nobody fucking, like, it's just like, who are you trying to impress?
That are known to be celebrity and influencer hotspots like Coachella. There's a lot of catfishing going on. I didn't know this, but apparently a lot
because
of them don't even attend the concert.
Flexing that they're rich.
It's a very expensive event to attend. The tickets, flights, hotel, and food,
like
you're spending at least a couple grand for the weekend.
Okay, I haven't personally seen anyone talk about this, but I think it's hilarious and I have to share it because it's Coachella. Coachella's like the influencer Olympics, right? Really? It's the place to be. But most influencers, or a lot of influencers, don't even go to Coachella. And I think that this is such a wild fact. They'll go out to the desert, get like an Airbnb, stay with someone.
Oh, you haven't realized that people don't actually go there?
Coachella 1, Coachella Day 2, and they don't go to the festival. They don't have.
It's not like it's that expensive, right? Isn't it like $1,000? It's like $1,000 to get a ticket for Coachella, right? It's cheaper? Yeah. It's more? It's $450. It's like $500. Yeah. It's just $1,000. Yeah. Well, like
$1,000 is a lot. What do you mean?
$1,000 is like so. You think about it like this, right? Like you're gonna cost money going and doing this thing. You're gonna cost money reserving something, getting a photographer, everything like this, getting all this stuff together.
True.
Like it's not like you're comparing $1,000 to $0. You're comparing $1,000 to like maybe $500. And if you're down bad so much that you can't spend $500, maybe you shouldn't be an influencer. Maybe you should go work at Starbucks. That's what I think.
That's what I think as well.
Wristbands. They just drive their little butts out to the desert, take Instagram photos, make TikToks, get ready with memes, whatever, and then they drive back. And that's it.
Trying to upkeep this pretend high-class image is making influencers poor. And times are changing.
Good.
Apparently it's not in to show
It's a stupid tax. The dumber you are, the more you pay. Good.
Your wealth anymore. Wearing too many flashy logos plastered all over yourself is tacky. Like you're trying too hard to convince people you have money. Quiet luxury is the new thing that's in right now, where your plain white t-shirts cost $300.
It's always been
and each ha in your laugh has its own stock portfolio. Those are the actual millionaires.
It's so fucking stupid. It's funny. Oh my god. The rich laugh? Yeah.
Seen on shows like Succession.
Why? Because she's brought a ludicrously capacious bag.
What's even in there? Huh? Flat shoes for the subway? Or lunch pail?
If you see me at the club with my Hermes Birkin bag, just know I have a cup of Shin Ramyun in there and my Nintendo Switch. If you haven't seen something in person with your own two eyeballs, approach everything you see behind a screen with a "who's trying to scam me today" attitude. Don't let these unattainable standards make you feel bad about your life. You're doing just fine. The only one still falling for Nigerian Prince phone scams is the YouTube algorithm. Feed it some omega-3s by liking this
Also people over 65.
video so it can get smarter. That also lets me know you enjoyed yourself here, and I'll get to see you the next time I post a video. Have a good day, try not to be dumb, and see you in the next one. And don't forget to start your Dragon Empire by downloading Dragon City using my link to get the special food and gold bundle, plus the rare black metal dragon.
Love them or hate them, influencers so funny.
Money, well,
like I really do think this shit is so funny for me to see because of just how totally fucking delusional these people are. It's just a great video. Yeah, give it a like, give them a sub. This is so good. Like, I think so many people get really like involved and like emotional about you know, like spending money and looking like they have money and shit like this. The saddest fucking thing, man.
I used to be one of them.
It's a funny thing.
I mean,
yeah,
come on.
It's
Gotta
just
be
the
real.
saddest fucking thing. Same energy as alpha male camps. Yeah, exactly. This is like the girl version for it, I guess.
Didn't realize it doesn't
I don't even know what to
matter.
say. They're depressive. Well, I think that it's really like these people. They, you know,
Unless
like
you
they
got
grow
nothing
up
else
on,
going
like,
on.
social media or
guess it
like
would
watching MTV or like the Kardashian shows or something like that. And like they want this to be their life so much that they're willing to compromise their own life and lie just to pretend like that's what they are. Yeah, like we live in an extremely status conscious society. I feel like we don't in a lot of cases. I think that people choose to live in a status conscious society. And like the truth is that if you don't care about that, nobody else will care about it. It's like people, like the more that you think about it, the more real it is, and the less that you think about it, the less real it is. It's all about mindset. Yeah, it is. People are insecure. Yes, people are super insecure. They care what everybody thinks about them. They're afraid of like being perceived in a bad way. You have to be aware of it to ignore it too. If you don't know about it, you'll get baited. Well, I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, maybe. People are so obsessed with social media nowadays. Well, I think social media is fine. It's just like, it's like luxury goods. Like, if you want to get a really expensive car or you want to get like designer clothes and it makes you happy, then you should do it. But I think the problem is that a lot of people that do it don't do it because it makes them happy. They do it because they feel like they have to, or they won't be happy. Like they can't be happy without it. It's like farming Thunder Fury on a Paladin. Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, it's like having a fully geared out red Paladin. In like classic WoW. It's like you think that you're cool, but everybody knows that like you're still just a loser, right? I mean, like you're not gonna do anything. Like, what the fuck is this, bro? Like, we know this guy's a joke. Meanwhile, some like random warrior that's got like blue gear, wearing like the True Strike leather shoulders, you know, like sitting in there, totally fucking out damages you, and it's not even close, man. How designer brands keep you poor.
This bag right here costs $300,000.
This is a $300 bag. I've seen the same bag at Target. It's $30.
Damn. Yep.
And not because it's lined with diamonds or was owned by the late Queen Elizabeth, but because this is a Birkin bag.
Stop.
If you're not familiar already, the Birkin bag
I don't know what a fucking Birkin bag is. I have no idea.
is
It's an
considered
expensive
the most
bag.
expensive luxury handbag in the world.
Jesus.
The costs range from $8,500 to
I mean, it's a nice bag, I guess. I mean, sure, it looks okay. But, like, why do you, like, this is the thing, bro, is, like, if you have this, like, you gotta put on, bro, what are you, in a laboratory? You trying to, you doing experiments to find out what the fuck is in COVID? This is a, what's that, a crocodile skin bag? Like, what the fuck is this? Mickey, yeah,
That's
is
all
this
it
Mickey
is.
Mouse looking at this bag?
$300,000 a bag, and that's not even considering the purchasing history that you need to establish with Hermes just to be considered able to buy a Birkin bag. Because you can't just walk into an Hermes store and buy a Birkin bag at the register. You have to establish a purchasing history with Hermes, meaning
What the fuck? So you gotta give them money so they can let you give them more money. This is actually kind of a smart thing for them to do. The reason why is that way they don't have poor losers running around with their stuff. You don't want to be like Supreme, where like Supreme has these, you know, 90-pound 14-year-olds that are wearing extra large shirts, looks like a dress on them. It's like it makes the brand look bad. Same as Rolex and Ferrari. Oh, I don't know about that. I never fucking been to I never been to any of these fucking stores. There was one time I went down to the Domain. The Domain is like the place where fucking some rich people go here in Austin. Yep. And I had to go down there for some bullshit event. And I went down there for that bullshit event. And I went by, it was like a Gucci store there and like all these other places. Like, oh my God. How do you do that?
Crazy. All right, guys. I will catch y'all later. Have a good night. PowerXL out of here. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. You know how it goes. I will see you guys tomorrow. We're going to call it a night here, but you guys have a good one, and I will see you later. All right, guys.